there. So even if there we go. How about now? Can you hear me now? How about that? Because the mic is now on there, and the mic should now also be on here. Unbelievably. But you can. Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Welcome to Monday. I swear, sometimes excellent. Sometimes the days run into themselves and it don't always turn out like we want to. But we do have the ability to control how we engage it and how we let it affect us. I am working through managing a whole lot of things, and I just want to put that out there. So if I seem a little lopsided, then bear with me. You were the only one like it earlier. Now you can hear me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mondays. You are live with JustPatrice on blowradio.com. I'm hanging out, obviously, with my sister friend. Freebird is in the building. Her microphone is sitting about here somewhere. You got it? You turned it on?
I'm here. I'm not here.
You are absolutely here
I'm
now.
here now.
Yes, you are. Okay, so now we should be partially set. I want to say all set, but sometimes whatever. So look, today's show, as every show, is brought to you by JPA Elevated, and today this is the JPA Elevated fix that I made right now. I am drinking CBD drops to help smooth my low energy out, but I'm also drinking a drink because today is drink hour.
Today is drink hour.
Did you catch it? Mm-hmm.
Like all the hours or just 1 hour?
Well, we're going to start with this one and move forward and see where they go. So today is drink hours. And
I'm going to make her drink 1/2 of a bottle of water after every drink.
Just, okay. See, okay. So I want to make sure that y'all logged on. Our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted. Make sure if you are listening to the show, you are logged on to blowradio.com. You may be watching us live on one of the amazing social media networks, whether it's Facebook, whether it's our YouTube channel, all of that awesomeness jumping in right here for that good energy for us to be able to share. So listen, I'm going to laugh a lot today because sometimes that's my better option. And hopefully when we get into the meat of this, I might be in a place where I'm just going to set it all on the table. But we're going to talk about that. Last week we started part of a conversation that was too much, too hard, too fast. And we didn't really get a chance to delve into that. My homegirl Monique will be joining us shortly. I do have her tapped into the link, and we'll see how that goes. Buddy, are you talking to me? I'm on the air. So would you like to come down? Because I can't have the conversation with you because I'm on the air. Like right now, they hear me having a conversation with you on the air. Okay, I don't know where they are. Would you like to look for them? Because I'm free. Can you talk to the people for me, please? Because I'm on the air.
Greetings, everyone. We're just trying to get things together. It's been sort of a technical difficulty type of couple hours here, but we making it work. We got to make sure that we love on trees extra hard today. You know those type of days. It's a manic Monday, right? Like manic Mondays generally accompany nothing going the way that you want it to because they say when you make plans that's when the joke comes in, right? Like, oh, so you decided that you were going to have the greatest, most perfect day because everything was going to go your way. Yeah, nah. So let me go ahead and sprinkle in a little adversity for you, and we're going to see how you deal with that because life is just a constant series of overcoming obstacles and adversity, right? So while it's not tumultuous adversity and it's not much that she has to deal with today, you know, those that cause and effect where it's like, oh, I stubbed my toe and then bumped my head. Oh, but then tripped on the way to the car and forgot the keys and then didn't close the garage or forgot what I was looking for, got to the store with no money. It's one of those type of, as soon as one little piece of fuckery happens, then all the rest of the other things start happening after that. So not cause and effect, but the domino effect. So we're experiencing right now the domino effect of what happens. And then, when you get to that certain point of the domino effect where you ready to just tear your hair out or tear somebody else's hair out, I think that we are all currently observing Patrice perhaps maybe about to tear somebody else's hair out. So, so we try to keep it as cool as we can, and we gonna fill her up with all the drinks that we can. I'm a serious. I'm gonna make her drink that a half a bottle of water. But we want to keep her laughing because otherwise heads will roll. Heads will roll. Okay, blood will ensue. I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand.
I'm doing my best.
She's about to fucking blow.
I'm doing my best.
I've witnessed 5 things just sitting here trying to be as quiet and calm as I can. Do you need anything from me? I got my feet off the floor, y'all. I don't want to touch nothing. No, it's not.
I'm really doing a good job of not projecting at you.
Yes, no projection at all. But it's like you feel like everybody's about to get in trouble because nothing is going right. So you know what? Don't even move. Don't you blink. No, one slight piece of movement. Like, okay, we're just gonna whatever you need from me. I got some granola and an apple and some cheese to share. I'm gonna let you. When she brought it out, I was like, "Oh, that's what we doing today." She was like, "Yep, absolutely." Okay, well then let's do it. Then I'll pretend that this is apple wine for you. A honey crisp, of
So
course.
listen, I was trying to figure out in the moment, like, why am I craving cheese and apples? 'Cause I have been eating cheese and apples for like the past 3 days. Honey crisp and white cheddar. You
Oh
did that.
yes.
You absolutely did. It's been a week now, and I've been. Thank you.
So whatever it is, it's in the apples and the honey crisp or the cheese that is what you need.
Yeah, well, I've been eating.
And I got some dark chocolate strawberry granola.
That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I had some chocolate pretzels. Hey guys.
Mm.
Welcome to Monday. Listen, it's been one. I want to make sure y'all show some love to my homegirl, my sister, my beloved Freebie, who just happens to be on deck every time. You understand what I'm saying? And all her chill. Then what I love is like when her fire is ablazing, mine is not. I'm like, I'm all watery and airy, like real cool. And when my fire is on deck, Freebie all watery and airy and cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, the universe literally does that. He brought her over here and like, it's gonna bring this nice cool and put that fire out over there. Cause just so you know, she about to be ablaze.
Heads will roll.
I'm like, listen, I've been trying to do so good. Like so good. It's not.
She's actually doing really well. I
I
thought
think
I
I
thought
think
we
I'm
lost her for a moment there with the. Do you want to look for him? Because oh
I like your earrings. It's very pretty.
no! Thank you. These are papyrus and charms.
I was like, oh
Yes, we
really?
are celebrating. Well, we are celebrating Jay Riley Day.
Hey,
Let me get
shouts
that
out to the homegirl Jay Riley.
my boogie boo. But then, so we just went all out. I had on my shades from Tamira Distinctive Design.
Nice. Oh, we out here celebrating small business. Oh, I see you. Oh, I be wanting to wear shades so bad. I need to get an eye surgery.
Check
Look at it. Come on with your Dwayne
check
Wade.
the profile. Check
Do
the
the
profile.
Dwayne Wade.
Check the profile.
Come on.
Check
Yes.
the profile. Check
Do
the
it.
profile.
And you know that red is everything.
Because I got red toes. That's the only reason.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about your toesies.
Got red toes.
But I love them. You know this is my favorite color.
Oh yes, you know it's my favorite color
Ready?
too.
It's my favorite color for like polish. Something about it. I think it's because I was taught that it was, taboo when we were younger. You get what I'm saying? That we couldn't wear that like bold red. It was
Lady
too
of the
grown.
night.
It was not or black. Were your parents in that? Those people like I couldn't wear black.
I could wear
And
black.
I couldn't wear like my toes couldn't be red. It had to be like light fun colors, but it was all associated with being too grown or
I'm
yeah.
doing red toes and red fingernails soon.
That's what Me too.
Yeah,
So
it's
listen,
happening.
y'all know I'm not supposed to have polish or I'm not supposed to have long nails, but I've been letting them. They're low, but let it grow.
Yeah, she was addicted to getting her nails done.
Very much so. This is a situation
Patrice
here.
would look at her fingers and be like, I guess I like this color with this outfit, but I really want to be this. And she'd be in the nail shop the very next day getting a completely different cover after just
Bam,
the
bam,
first set. I'm like,
bam, bam.
did you just have green nails?
I did, but listen,
But
when
now I want
I
peach.
ate my fingernails till I was 19 or 18, okay? And then one day I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. And it was like driven in my soul to not have bad hands again. And now
I
I
received
should have
that.
never did it.
No, they're fine. They're not eaten. They're not the proverbial
Okay.
booty fingers that people talk about.
Thanks for saying that.
And
Because
everybody
every time I
knows.
look at my hand, I got booty
No,
fingers.
everybody knows what booty fingers look like. Y'all know where half of your nail is eaten off.
Yeah, that's what I be looking
I
for.
have to keep mine low because otherwise I'm gonna break them, and I'm gonna be way more pissed if I have to break or if I break nails. So I just have little tiny stumps, and I'll be taking care of them next month, and then we won't have to worry about it. And I'll
You are so
probably,
cute.
and you know what? I might even get the ones that you could get at the drugstore, where you
What's the
the
ones you get
press ons, the new little press ons that
Okay,
everybody
so I
doing.
hear that's the thing.
Yeah,
Okay, like they actually have nail techs design and press ons. Like they fly, and you just clip and press them on your hand.
yeah. I'm
That
thinking
mean I could put them on
and
and then
take
take
them
them off.
Yes, ma'am. And they have like a little adhesive, a little bondage to it too, to where it's not like gonna,
And I could take care of them and use them multiple times.
if you wish. Might not be a bad look.
I think that's a look. I think that's a look at
And they
free
do got
dropping
some
off
really cute.
sunshines.
They do have some really, really cute
Yeah, I'm
ones.
gonna
So
have one more.
Lolly be like, Mom, can I get some nails? And I'll be like, I guess, but you're gonna have to get the young ones. And she like, what are the young ones? I don't know, the short square ones. You can't have no stiletto nails with sparkles and daisies and
That's just
strippers
like
and all of that on it.
when Jada was getting nails for a photo shoot, and Jay Riley was like, What is that?" But it was already too late. They was already on, and Valencia was doing it, and she was like, "They come off." And she was like, "For the shoot." Jay was like, "Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see."
Right.
I love, but they looked so good on her.
Yeah.
They did. They looked
Girls
good
are
on her.
getting their nails done a little earlier. I still look and cringe because I know that I was not allowed to get my nails done until I was like 17. When I went to prom, I think was the first time I got my nails done. But they're getting younger and younger. I'm like,
Listen,
I might have to actually let Lolly start getting her nails done at 13.
get them done. Okay, we're gonna talk about how get them done in a second.
I'm gonna let her grow them. Well, first, right now, she's in the beginning stages where she's doing them herself. She's learning how to take care of them. She's filing. She's using cuticle. She got some little fake nails on now, and she painted them herself. She put them on Facebook last night. You
Who
didn't see
did?
him, Lolly? You didn't see him last night? She put him on Facebook. She said, "New nails. Who this?" That ain't what she said, but she said,
I was just finna be done. That was. I just want you to know that probably would have taken me out the game today. Want to shout out to everybody that's logging in and hanging out and kind of tagging in on this last little bit of what the hell is y'all doing, real quick.
"Those are 10-year-old nails,
Mm-mm.
and that's totally fine."
It's cute, but tell her I'm not ready. As she might be, and that's what's
She was like,
important.
"Did my own nails today. What you think?"
What?
That's what she
Shout out
said.
to Lorena Star Marie, Monique Collins, Melody Williams, Mario Willis, Charles Burgess. Sorry, honey. Creisha, yep, it's me. I love that. Creisha, her last name on here is Yep, it's me. I like that so much. Yup, it's me. Every time I see that, I love it so much. Shout out to Angela Mallet for joining the conversation.
Honeybee
I
Sage
appreciate that.
Wellness on deck.
Was good, was good. And shout out to the Facebook user who was chiming in, and I'm unable to recognize you properly. If you guys are chiming in, and please remember to give StreamYard permission so that I can actually engage you under your names and things like that. Um, if I come off a little sarcastic and bitchy today, you about to get it. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best. I see Free looked at me like, girl, why did you say that? It was sarcastic and bitchy. At least I know it. See, some of y'all be pretending that y'all not sarcastic and bitchy ever. I was being nice. No, bitch, I wasn't. Is it because it's May? Maybe it's May. Shout out to the Tauruses. If y'all could just move out the way really quick and let it be Gemini season, it'd be
It
awesome.
just
I
started.
know. Okay.
You pushing them May taurines out.
I know, but May Day, so I guess I usually celebrate my birthday all month anyway, so it don't matter. But shout out to all the tourists. Hey, Tasha, those earrings are hot. Which earrings? These right here? I wonder, these right here? Are you talking about the ones that are in my ears right now? Look, Lorena said, no, we can't. I see y'all. Melody, shout out to the Gemini. Tasha James, join the conversation. Look at this. Y'all see my earrings? Look at this. These are these earrings the ones you're talking about? I just want to be clear, Monique. I wonder where I got these earrings from. Let me just do my little shine in on my earrings. Yes, these earrings. These earrings are custom earrings by Freebie Does It, who happens to be Bam Bam, my bestest friend. Look at her, Bam Bam. She here hanging out right now. Look at that Freebie. They love my earrings. Look at that.
Thank you.
They just got good energy, and y'all don't know. Like when you focus in on, like the more connected I become to understanding energy or whatever, like I can just feel like, so this piece in my hair, like my face and all my, like, everything is vibrating right now, and I know that the copper is trying to connect all of the dots. Like, girl, we need to get her together right now.
That's exactly what it was doing. That's what it was meant to
all
do.
my crystals is like, hey, it's time. We on it.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill.
Listen, she need us. Come right now. Get up there. I'm telling you, there is a whole vibration from this ear to this ear. I already wanted to wear them, but I can literally feel it through here. And this piece right here, there's that I keep in my hair, whatever. Like the whole side of my face is doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that is very comforting. It's very warming. Like my spirit and my energy is in disarray right now, and my crystals know it, and they like, hey, everybody on deck.
That's exactly
everybody on deck. What's happening? I ain't gonna tell you that there's one in my bag. There's some in my bag, and my back is warm. Yeah, that's how you know this. And this not to be funny, but
just getting her all the way together right here.
When whoever attunes your crystals, and I'm gonna say, I can say my friend attunes your crystals for the things that you say that they say that they are. You understand? When it's happening, and then you get the response necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like one of these is for protection, the other one is to help to manifest good vibes. You know what I'm saying? One is blocking negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I feel they're moving, that means they're doing their job. Like, not a game. Like, it's not a game. It's happening. Am I right?
You are absolutely right.
I'm just saying. So just how I'm not telling you to put yourself in duress so you can test your crystals.
You can test your crystals. Don't do it.
Don't do it. But when it's happening, if you don't feel what I'm feeling right now, like I dare it. I'm gonna I'm like, where is it? I'm finna see what's in here. It's got to be something in here.
Your tourmaline.
I felt it. Let me see. We're about to see what's in here. So, Monique, are you still timed? I see she said she need a pair. Freebiedoesit.com, right?
www.freebiedoesit.com or Francis Freebird Morgan. Just inbox me. It's her selenite.
Showed up like, say something. Everything. I got everything. And it's funny that I'm like, I usually keep that one on the altar and leave it resting. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I carry it with me depending on what it is I have going on or whatever, so that it'll just,
I like selenite because it represents just all presence of light.
See?
All presence of light. I used to keep a piece of selenite.
My earrings are in my bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to keep a piece of selenite right on top of the thermostat in my office in a really negative environment. And there were some people, no lie, that actually would not step foot in my office. And they were the people that had the worst energy.
Well, that's why they didn't need to come in there.
Well, they were thwarted by my selenite effort.
Thwarted.
Thwarted by my
I
selenite
bet your friend don't
efforts.
use the word thwarted.
I was like, oh, I love this. This is nice. Yeah, you
Uh,
stay out there in the hallway. You
no,
stay out there
no,
in
so
the
I'm gonna
hallway.
just. You want to come? No, no. Well, I just was swinging by. No, I don't need anything. When you see those type of subtle diversions, and
Right.
they like, well, I want to come by, but I really don't think I need to. You
Right.
be like, oh,
They really like, they will lean against the wall outside of the office. They won't even lean in the office. That's how serious it was. And I was like, I like that. Or they were uncomfortable in the office because you are surrounded by so many amounts of protection, ancestors, crystals, metaphysical being, goddess energy. It's going to make you uncomfortable because you know that your darkness doesn't belong here. So yes, absolutely 100%. Do you see her? She is really looking for this other one. You better not have a it's where
not in
you
here.
put it.
It is. It's not in here.
Okay.
No, it's not lost. I just thought it was just probably in my book bag.
Remember also,
Okay, yeah, let's figure this out real quick.
look,
So
this is what is here next to you. So that
could
might
be,
have something to do with it too.
could be. And as soon as you open that up, like this side of me start ringing. It's so crazy. Like I love how just the channeling and being able to focus the energy. I've been able to do it for years, but now being able to do it with intention is a whole other story.
It's a beautiful thing.
You get what I'm saying? Like to be able to be to have a focus in that projection is a so serious thing.
It's such a beautiful thing.
I
Such
did
a beautiful thing.
mention, and today is May 3rd, and I plan to do it launch later. But if you're live on the air, you get it together. You get the information first, of course. So every show that I do is brought to you by JPA Elevated because because so nonetheless. She's like, yeah, because so take a time and drop over to the website www.jpelevated.com. I make CBD infused awesomeness for that are under free. Your face is everything.
Right.
Thank you, babe.
Because I'm just waiting on you to finish so that you can tell the people what it really does. Like,
I wanted to find a way to apply the benefits of CBD without you necessarily having to ingest it, because I hadn't figured out that most CBD or THC tinctures taste like dirt.
death.
So I wanted to not do that, and I found a way to not do that, which is this awesomeness right here. Not going to put it in my own drinks, but aside from that, I wanted to be able to apply, and you can get the benefits topically. And how do you do that? So I created an oil, then a body butter, a sugar scrub, and a couple other options, but those are like my top sellers. And the benefits, in my personal opinion, which I almost never offer, are amazing. Like seriously, you see, I immediately grab my drops and put them in my drink, and I'm like, let me get rid of this anxiety. Let me cool myself all the way out. You know what I mean? Because if I'm gonna tell you about the products, then I let you know that I use them. I keep my skin stay moisturized because I use the body butter or the oil, but they also have an additional benefit. And what benefit is that for you, Free?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so just to give you guys a quick background of some things that happened, I started using JPA Calm. I want to say 3 months after I had brain surgery.
Right.
Treese was working on it, and she really wanted to. She had already told me about it. She had like this vigor and this excitement, and she really knew what she was talking about. Like she was like a mad scientist, right? And so, I was afraid because I didn't know how it would affect me. Because naturally, when you think CBD, you think that it accompanies some sort of THC levels. And she's like, no, it's not like this. This is what you're going to get. This is how it's going to feel. But I want you to try it first. And then I want you to let me know. If I didn't have straight hair right now, because I can't take hard oils, I would be oiling my scalp still every night with JPA Calm. But that doesn't mean that I don't put it everywhere else. I have some I have a scar site that extends from the top middle of my head to the top of my neck. And I rub it at the bottom of my neck. I rub it at the base of my neck. I rub it behind my ears. I rub it on my forehead. I rub it around my mouth. I rub it on my arms, my fingers, my legs. I have one leg that has some severe nerve damage. I rub it on my back. My children get sick of me because they be like, "Oh, mom, we don't want to use the oil." So much so that I had to invest in gloves, like the thicker ones, because they didn't like the thin ones that I used to work with. Because I'm like, "No, you got to work it in there. What do you mean? You just got to rub it for at least 20 minutes or something like that. Please, please." But the effect that I get is a complete elimination and alleviation of pain. I do not feel high. I just feel very sleepy. So I generally tend to do it around nighttime or when I just really need the pain to stop. I got out of the shower this morning and I put it on my leg, on my knee, on my thigh, on my hip, and it instantaneously goes away after about 25, 30 minutes. So it almost has like the topical use of like if you took an ibuprofen or a Tylenol, but this is non-invasive. You're not putting the things in there that'll ruin and rot your kidneys or tear out the lining of your stomach. This is all natural and holistic. She's giving me edibles. I've tried the tincture myself. My headache went away. Yes, this is a love story, but I'm not blowing smoke up y'all ass. I have left reviews. I have called her when it was happening. She witnesses at night when I'm calling the children to come and massage me. My father is now a dedicated customer because he has pains and ails and aches. And my sister, my brother, we all swear by the product. And coming from such a devastating place where you have chronic pain all the time, to have that relief is amazing because nothing else works, you know? So honestly, I fully attest to JPA Calm, the body butter, the sugar scrubs, because I use them and I'm not gonna stop using them ever. Like,
Bam.
I'd be like, I need some more. You got some more of that? She'd be like, listen, I'm gonna make up a new batch. I can't keep up with you.
I love that she loves it, and I love the fact that the other, because I got an inbox today. Somebody said I need to place an order, and I'm like, "What do you need?" She's like, "I need some gummies," and I was like, "Damn, I don't have any." And that's just because the edibles that I make all natural, and I don't put any preservatives in it. You know what I mean? So you talking about how I'm not keeping any fresh foods in stock for an extended period of time because I don't want you to. You know what I'm saying? I sell them in small quantities so that you don't have a big old jar of gummies that you can't eat. You know what I'm saying? Just buy them as you need them. Same thing with the cookies. Oh, you gonna make cookies? We had cookies. They're great. The crispy trees, amazing options for the CBD ingestion. Excuse me. The thing is, because I don't want to sell products that add preservatives, that's why um I nest the flower the way that I do now. Because I could buy isolates, I could purchase somebody else's CBD and then do the extraction. I literally enjoy taking the flower, the actual bud, and knowing the breakdown of the bud, and the bud is grown with less than 3% THC. That's just how it's grown. It's a CBD flower. So I don't have to question whether or not it's got too much THC, none of that. It goes right into the oil, and then we do whatever the rest of the process is. But now I know you're getting exactly what you're getting, and you're not looking, oh, and I got, and all these other little different things that I'm finding out about, um moisturizers, things that they put into. I mean, it's extra moisturizer, but I don't want to add no extra chemicals. Shea butter and different oils are together, depending on the kind of oil. Shea butter, coconut butter, or cocoa butter, excuse me, and mango butter, different types of butters, as well as oils together create a certain type of moisture. Before there was lanolin, you understand what I'm saying? But like, it's just, it doesn't have to be, and which is you shouldn't be using. That's another story we won't talk
That's on
about.
my face. Like
You should absolutely not. Absolutely.
grapeseed,
Oh my
almond.
God.
Yes.
Yes. If you are allergic to almond oil,
No.
don't worry about that. You can use grapeseed. You can use apricot
Yeah, the
oil.
apricot kernel.
Oh my goodness.
Those are the ones I
Don't
use in my
digest
oils.
that though. Okay.
No,
Just
it's not
throw that just-
coconut oil, but that's not
right.
really so
Well,
good
actually,
for
it depends on if you're really big on coconut oil.
hair.
It's good for your hair. Use a fractionated coconut oil, and you can use it on your skin, and then you won't have the pore. I mean, the clogged pores.
Hmm.
But it's gotta be fractionated. If you get a regular coconut oil, that big, rich, thick, beautiful coconut oil that we like to use, you can ingest that, or you can use it on your hair. Don't put it on your skin.
You can do a tooth pull.
Yes, yes. Do soak some cloves in it. Bam. Listen.
Pain free is the way to be.
Just a thing. Like I'm saying, could you imagine clove and CBD?
As a tincture.
Mind y'all business. Mind y'all business real quick. Hey Tina Renee, how you doing, love? How you doing, love? Why you tell me I still had this on me, G?
What?
This down here.
I didn't see it. No one can see it.
Okay.
Stop.
That hurt. It hurt to take it off. I was trying to take it off.
I'm like,
But
I don't see it. Nobody can see it.
that's why I was taking it off.
Hey, Tina.
Hey mama, how you doing? Okay, so listen, last week, and I know
Cut it out.
hey people. Last week we started talking about too much, too hard, too fast. I know Monica said she'll be on before 3 o'clock because she's grabbing her daughter and stuff. So glad to have you participate in the conversation. She brought the conversation to the table, and we were having this conversation about a gentleman who was showing her some interest, but he showed up like way bigger than she was ready for, and she tried to, because she liked him, she just wasn't. He was just overpowering or very overwhelming for her. And I was explaining to her that, well, that might be good for somebody else. And she was like, no. And it almost sounded like he was psycho freaky Jason obsessive, which made me a little concerned. But nonetheless, it's a thing. Too much, too hard, too fast. You know what I mean? And it's I think it's often confused with people saying, well, you just don't know what you want. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I wanted, and so I went for it. And so, like, what is your thought on that? Oh, you're back in the Milwaukee. That is awesome. We need to connect ASAP.
All right.
On the ASAP. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna sit back with you a little bit, Freebie. How about that? I'm gonna leave these right here. They're so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, guys.
Should I align you?
Yeah, how about it? How about it? They're so pretty. I feel like I want to touch them. I feel like I need to be next to them. So I'm gonna lean myself in this way a little bit and soak up some of that. So what are your yes? Teach me real quick. Free is low key teaching me about crystals. You get what I'm saying? Like seriously, and what that feels like and how to manage and engage. So let me turn this down for a peek in my ear one time. Too many. Okay, so what are your thoughts, Mama, about that? Like too hard, too fast, too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, what does that look like?
Well, I can say I can understand both sides of the story because I've been on the receiving end of too hard, too much, too fast, but I've also been on the giving end of too hard, too much, too fast. I can't sit here and say that it's unfair for someone to have those feelings, even if they like the person. But I also can't say that if you liked that person or if it was the person that you wanted to do those things for you, that you wouldn't be more receptive to the treatment. I can say that sometimes people trauma bond. And I think that that comes with that anxiety. I need you to do this right now because this is what I want for my life. And you look the part, and I'm trying to force this with you because you're a square and I'm trying to put you in a triangular hole. Or, wow, I really like you. And I think that this could work. I think that it's toxic either way after saying all of those things. Like, I can empathize with people who go after what they want. But when it comes to romantic relationships, only to a certain point. Because if it's too much, too hard, and too fast, it can turn you off, especially if you're in the beginning stages. And if you're someone like me, I have buyer's remorse when I get into relationships. So, like, we all know that we all know Francis has a problem with relationships and commitment and
no, I really want.
no, I have legit engaged in saying let's be in a relationship to call them back after the trepidation in my heart. Like, you know what? I'm sorry. I just really don't think that we can do this right now. Like, do you understand the devastation and hate that comes with a man like, oh, I got a girlfriend, and then gets called back 5 minutes later? Damn, I ain't got a girlfriend. I just, I'm not going to say something is wrong with me. I'm just going to say that I am still healing in spaces.
I received that. I
I'm
received
still healing in spaces. And I don't necessarily know what that is, but it's
right.
true. Y'all laughing. I see you, Melody. I know it's hilarious, but
That buyer's remorse
I
is
have buyer's
funny.
remorse with relationships
That's so
because you
funny,
get to
Cree.
thinking like, y'all know what buyer's
I know what
remorse
I
feels
know
like.
what you're saying.
You'd be like, damn, do I really want to do this?
When you say
Oh my
that,
god,
that's how I be feeling.
I'm gonna have to accommodate him. Oh, I'm gonna have to do girlfriend stuff. Oh man, what am I gonna do about my kids? Oh man, it's really comfortable here alone in this bed. Oh, what if he smells bad, or what if his feet stink, or what if he gets boring, or what if he has halitosis? I mean, just horrible shit.
See, you think about that stuff afterwards. I
No,
think about that
immediately.
in advance, though. Before
Right,
I say let's be together, that's why I never get a chance. I don't even get a chance to say let's be together because I'd be like, yeah, I would,
well, yes, those
because in
are
that breath, all that happened, everything that just happened. I was like, yeah, in that moment, or everything that you just said happened, and I'd be like, it's a nice outfit you got on.
and that's see
That's
initially
it.
you
That's
think,
it.
but then I'm so caught up on because I was a past offender of too much, too hard, too fast. It's like, okay, I want to take things extremely slow,
Okay.
and I want to see who you truly are, and I want to see what it is that you're about. And maybe I took things too slow because it's some shit about you that I don't want. It's a whole lot of shit about you that I don't, or maybe it makes me question. And then in which case it's like, were you really ready to be in a relationship? But talking about me, going back to the too much, too fast, too hard, I feel I want to expound more because I instantaneously thought trauma bond. I
Okay.
instantaneously thought that people, and it happened to me. There was a man that I went to school with, and I guess his story was, now this was Psycho Freaky Jason, so I can definitely empathize with the young lady. So we were in high school. He was a couple years ahead of me. I was going to college. He was telling my friends that he was going to move to the town that I was in college. He was going to get a job. And then once I graduated from college, that we were going to get married. And I was a junior in high school. It's too much. It's too much. It's too
Can
much.
I
It's too
live, fam?
fast.
Can
And
I
it's too
live?
hard.
Can you so she's gonna cut off all my other options? I'm never gonna experience nobody else, only you.
And if I had to
What
revisit
if?
where I first felt the buyer's
They
remorse,
had to be
because
there.
I had been with him for like 2 years and it was really fun until
He said y'all's gonna be married.
you said we was about to get married and stuff.
So it wasn't gonna be nobody else, just you and him forever.
And I had already cheated on him.
Goodbye, Francis.
Right. Okay. We're not talking about Francis's problems. We're talking about too much, too hard, too fast. We're talking about too much, too hard, too fast. So he meets another woman. He marries her instantaneously. Whatever happens, they divorce. He immediately comes looking for me.
Somebody get Francis right
He
now.
immediately comes looking
No
for
shit.
me. This is like 2 years ago, immediately comes looking for me. That's like 18 years after we were in a relationship, my dude.
So he can't love you for 18 years in the past.
He tells me the reason why he married her is because I didn't want to be with him. And he promised himself that if he ever had a chance to be with me again, that he would not waste it. I wanted him to take it slow. He had just gotten divorced.
And you
As a
wanted
matter
to
of
say
fact,
that
he
you thought
sent
you had a
me like
chance, but
his
it's not.
separation papers to prove that it was legit and that he was getting divorced. Because I was like, dude, you married. Are you for real? But I'm thinking, let's be friends. It's been 18, 19 years. I've changed. You've changed. I still know what you working with.
Is he still from
It's
Milwaukee?
a problem. He's still in Milwaukee. I don't even care if he hears it because he's a weirdo.
Is he from?
Yes.
And Melody Williams says, and I'm just gonna post this real quick,
said,
so it
"Damn
ain't
it,
just
Free!
me. Damn it, Free.
Damn it, Free!
Ma'am, listen. She said he's from Milwaukee, and I don't care if he hears it because he's a weirdo.
I'm not gonna tell y'all his name, but wait, it gets worse. To quote Onyx,
but wait, it gets worse.
He's like, hey, let's just kick it. You know, and of course, me being accommodating, being the person that I am, I've also been divorced. So I was like, hey, you know, let's talk about it. You know what? I'm your friend. I'm your homegirl. Whatever it is that I can do to support you in this. I'm not gonna be with you, but I definitely want to. You know, if you need somebody to talk to. So in his kinship of speaking to me and letting it out, he then became attracted to me. But it felt like he was like falling off this cliff and just trying to grasp whatever he could to avoid falling. And I felt like he was just scrambling to find something because he didn't want to be alone, because he didn't know how that looked, because he didn't know how it felt, because he didn't know who he was.
So it couldn't have legitimately been.
It couldn't.
I've been loving you for 18 years.
You could very well love me for 18 years. I am lovable.
You are.
I am. I am lovable. I will not take that from myself. I will validate my love because I have invalidated in the past, and we are having only growth moments.
Okay.
So yes, I am lovable. But you was about to marry me. You told me when I broke up with you that the following February you had an engagement ring for me, and you kept trying to call me, and you went to my mom's house looking for me, and you were like, I sat and I waited for you with your mom with an engagement ring. I was totally out sleeping with somebody else while you were sitting at my mom's house waiting for me.
Somebody come get Francis. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna take a quick pause just so y'all understand how much I love the yin and yang of Aries Gemini. Or maybe it's just the Patrice and Free. I don't know, but I want y'all to know that when I be in this space, she be in that space. And when she be in that space, I be in that space. It's never the same. And right now I'm sitting here like, Free. What did you do, Mom? What did you do? But I get it. Like I'm looking at the other side of me is like, girl.
This is the epitome of too much too hard.
The other part, I'm like, girl, he was doing what?
Too damn much.
Okay, sorry, that's a lot.
He asked me to go to
Melody said to put you on punishment. I can't.
What? What I do?
Fam.
Am I not giving a story that
You are
perfect to this?
You are giving a
topic?
story. It's great. Melody might be a little bit on deck, but you need a little punishment.
Okay, should I? Okay.
What you gonna do? Nothing, because it's
Nothing.
over.
I ain't
It's over,
doing
fam.
shit.
It's over.
So he asks me, oh, well, you know, let's go to the movies. He's trying to work with the whole friend thing. And I'm seeing right through that shit. Like, you know, that nothing you can do is going to make me want you because you have completely blew it. You have freaked me out because 19 years later, you telling me that you're still in love with me and that you got married simply because you couldn't have me. I done got married. I done got divorced. I done had 2 kids. I done moved to Georgia. I done came back. I done moved to Cincinnati. I done came back. I done did all of these other things. And you are still, you don't even know me, man. You ain't known me since I was 17. I am 36 then. And you still in love with me?
20 years later, he's still in love with you.
Right. Like, you can still love me. Absolutely. Because my first love, Jeffrey Murphy. Now, I'll tell y'all his name. He's a wonderful man. He lives in Chicago. I still love him with everything I got in me. Jeffrey is completely married with kids, but I still love me some Jeffrey. Not in the way where I want to be with him, but just in the way where it's like, man, I will always have love for you because you were my first love. But this dude, no, you're fucking crazy, man. And you telling me that we were meant to be? And he brings me roses. Like, who doesn't like getting roses?
I need his information ASAP. I need his information ASAP. Because he a motherfucking psycho freaky Jason. And I need his information ASAP. Straight up.
But wait, it gets worse. Y'all thought this was bad.
She said, but wait, it gets worse. It's getting worse.
And I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer.
No, that's what we talking about.
I'm like, I want y'all to know just how much worse it gets. I made the mistake. So I went out with the dude. He bought me roses. It was so sweet, but me, verbal diarrhea. I'm like, why did you do this? You're such a weirdo. We were just supposed to go to the movies. You weren't supposed to bring me roses. And I know to somebody else, like, man, I would love if I had. No, you'd want to love this type of crazy ass shit, y'all.
I don't.
Is this too much?
I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm glad we're gonna bookmark that statement, because that is a thing. Like, it's people that really think like,
if I had a man doing that for me.
Listen, I was scrolling through Facebook today as I was coming up on, to get prepping for the Too Much, Too Hard, Too Fast. And I started seeing all these different posts from people about relationships and things. And I was like, some of these bitches is crazy. But that's just me. Okay. So I was feeling old because I'm like, okay, that's dumb. That's unrealistic. Girl, ain't nobody going. But then I paused myself. I was like, y'all got baby daddies. Some of y'all got relationships. And I'm like, so is it that? And this is the situations that I saw were these women and then men engagement. I know that it's in reverse. I'm not here women bashing.
Right.
Okay. Let's be clear on that. But I was like, is it that these men really love when these chicks is this motherfucking crazy? Or is it that, well, I mean, family's all we got to choose from. So I'm going to try to find the least as crazy of the crazy. And like, not that the other dude's not crazy too, but I'm like,
crazy in them. The ratio is
this
literally
is crazy.
10-1 now.
10 to 1 what?
10-1. I was just talking about this with one of my big brothers. The ratio for men to like, we're not counting those incarcerated. We're not talking about LGBTQ.
So not alternative lifestyle, not incarcerated. Yes. Just the men that's out here.
Men to women is 10-1. 10
it's 10 women per one man.
So homeboy really got, like, he can do whatever he
okay, listen. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm not worried about him doing whatever he wants, okay?
But you're talking about picking the least. You got 10 crazy ass women.
But they all crazy. So this is where I'm at. So my thought is, and I know I get a lot of slack for women. Like, I think we try to make men be certain things.
Yep.
Too much. Mm-hmm. Like, get up to that he could do it only for a little time. He's going to revert back to the other stuff, bro, because it's not him.
Yeah, and that's the opposite of, that's the women doing the trauma bond.
You understand? I'm like, you want him to do what? Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, never mind.
Well, a lot of the things to even speak on that, a lot of the things that are with that is we imagine those scenarios in our heads. And when they don't fit what we've imagined in our heads, then that's when they're bad dudes. That's when they're horrible guys.
How is that the thing though? Like literally, okay, I'm well into my 40s. You get what I'm saying? And you looking through the peephole. You get what I'm saying? About to see them. At some point in time, like, where does that shift happen? Like, are we coming into this phase of our adulthood that messed up, that skewed about really who we are as humans?
We are not the standard, Trace.
Like, okay, so these bitches, okay, I'm just gonna hear it's coming, bitches, men and women bitches, not just women bitches, men and women bitches. Follow me on this, okay? Are coming into this phase of adulthood. Like, we grown adult, like grown, and I don't even like the term grown. We know this. But we're this far into adulthood with this much experience under our belt, and you're still bringing the ideals of a 20-year-old into this part of the. How can you even imagine? Like, I'm not saying just let him cheat or just let her cheat. What I'm saying is, don't be with somebody who got problems with infidelity if you're looking for monogamy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying monogamy don't exist. It does. Find a monogamous person. Don't try to force monogamy on somebody who can't. Then you done try to kill him, burn down the crib, his mama them. You done shut up the fam.
But that's your first indication, because that's the dark side of too much, too hard, too fast. Anybody that is that aggressive and assertive in wanting to be with you from the begin is gonna do some crazy shit like that if they can't have what they want. If they trying to make you be with them, if they trying to do whatever it is that they can just to give you, just to have you, you are a tool. You are a possession.
Mhm.
You are not what they really want. You are what they are trying to fit
Seem to
in
have
that
this stuff,
bag.
right? You my stuff.
Yeah, you are
Like
mine.
you are. I like, and I heard somebody like I said that the other week. Like people are not objects. You are why you cannot possess. That's the right word, right?
Yeah.
You possess a person. Like they don't belong to you. What are you doing? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that part is driving me so crazy. And then people, one of the posts was like, "Are you okay? I'm not insecure, but I'm not with my guy friend. Well, I'm not with my man hanging out with females. I'm good on that.
That is complete that's the complete definition of insecurity.
I'm not insecure, but I'm not with my guy
Well,
hanging out with females
when the sentence accompanies a but, you just negated everything that you said.
in advance. So every comment, word, that's all facts. I'm not with that shit. And one girl was like, I was once the girl that was the friend that he was hanging with multiple chances, and we was linking. So my guy can't never, because I know it's a thing. And I thought to myself, and I said, so we done some shady things. We have. So we've aided and abetted an infidel. We have we have, you understand what I'm saying? But even in that, I wouldn't dare discredit the ability of a person if my goal was monogamy. You get what I'm saying? To be true to what their intentions are. Like, are you going into relationships really saying, oh, you ain't never gonna be able to do that? You fucked up anyway. So I'm not gonna trust you, or you gonna do this, and the only way you gonna do this if I stand on your head. I'm like, is that like that's happening?
In which case, is it you that you have to worry about, or is it the dude that is your sneaky link that you sneaky linking up with, the one you got to worry about?
I don't know. Like that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like I find these situations and I watch people, and I've been reading it like all morning like this.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
I'm like, so your guy can't have any female friends because why? Because you are the only. Female. So what you telling me is that you are the only estrogen energy, the only mother energy that he needs in his life? That's not like real. That's not even real life sensibility for. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you, that's not sensible. Like you need. We all like there needs to be men in your life. Men that you are not sexually engaged with, just men in your life to offset that energy, to give you something else. There needs to happen. It's just it's a necessity. And so that's so beautiful. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm sorry. So what I'm saying is like, so the men in your life, there has to be some kind of offset of the opposite. There has to be. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sis, bruh. In that area, here comes my whisper. In that area, you are not enough
at all.
In that area, like you are enough magic, you are enough beauty, you are enough brilliance. You get what I'm saying? For someone, you get what I'm saying? To love. You are enough to receive love. You deserve every bit of love, every bit of energy. You deserve it. Of course. But as a human being, as a person, you require multiple deposits. You know what I'm saying? From a variety of sources. We require it. If you are not allowing your significant other that satisfaction for personal wellness, that's not his problem or her problem, is yours. One. And two, if they are using it to manipulate some other type of sexual gain or physical gain that's not sensible to you, I know this gonna fuck y'all up again. Here we go. They're not the one. Period. Send them if it's outside of your agreement, whatever your agreement is,
Right.
and they can't maintain that agreement, whatever your agreement is, they don't belong with you. Not to you, because nobody belongs to you. Possession died when they quote unquote, and I'm gonna say again, quote unquote, abolish slavery. Fam, you have to do better. Y'all crazy.
As hell. As hell.
Okay, so I'm really not tripping. That's not me just tripping. Like, this motherfucker is just really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, my man, he can't. Oh, he probably could though, ma. Like, are y'all really thinking that these folks is out here because you said that they can't? I'm always in just completely intrigued by the human mind when it comes to expectation. You get what I'm saying? From other flesh beings. Fam, you know yourself, or don't you? You know what you can or cannot, or what I would never. Bitch, I saw you.
I have 2 words.
Yes, ma'am.
Impact versus intention. 3 words. Impact versus intention.
Mm-hmm.
You might think that what you're doing is normal because it's all well intended, but the impact is a fucking tidal wave.
Okay. Pay attention to that. Like, have you ever tossed a pebble into the lake? I would like for you to know that just because you can no longer see the ripple does not mean that there is no longer motion. I don't know how.
Come on, somebody.
Just because at some point, like energy, just like sound and light, which are energy, don't stop, fam. It's an infinite travel. It lightens up until the frequency can't carry into a space. But when the ripple stopped, don't mean that the motion stopped, fam. Same thing. Same. I don't. Why? I'm prepared. I am, because I know. Okay, there was a gentleman that said that he liked me, and I was open for the conversation because I'm open. Don't you? You better. Thank you. And I know. And I was like, okay, that's nice. You know what I mean? Yes. Oh my God. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry, babe. I'm interested in learning more about. Oh, my bad, G. I left it open. My bad, pimp. That is not it either. How about that? How about it's in here? How about there? How about I got it? Okay. And I was like, oh, hey, TJ. What's good, babe? TJ Thomas. You know what? I'm glad that you joined the conversation because this is so perfect. I'll be talking about you in a moment too. Shout out to Melody and Nyoka said it's the men and women bitches for me. I'm done. Don't be done. It's a thing, ma'am, and you know it. Melody also said, well, she said we all have but still believe that men and women can be friends. I believe that men and women can be friends. I got friends that ain't never getting it. I don't care how much they drool in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Or how much they pretend, because I can read energy. So how much they pretend that in the moment there's no intimacy desired. I know what it looked like. And what I love though in that space is however he's denying himself or denying the idea or the moment, what's not going to happen is that, and he okay with it. He understood, listen, okay, it ain't going down. Show me. I know them. I know them. I do know them. Don't I? I think I know them, Princess. Not like that, but I think I know them. Show me the name, fam. Oh, yes, I do. You do? Bam. Bam. We'll talk about that in a minute. Not like that, but yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I believe that men
Did
and
you
women
ever
can be
even give
friends.
them a snippet of
But you
what
know-
was happening in your life every day?
No, I'm getting here. I'm talking about the guy.
Yes.
I'm off jump.
Your dude.
Off jump.
But
I
you
said
told them.
no. I said this is what's happening in my life. This is what's going on. But you know this, and because we have history of some sort.
Oh my
You know that
gosh.
anybody that know me, the first thing that they think like, you're always so busy. Let's come do my job then.
Dude wanted to crawl inside her and live with her forever.
That's not. You so stupid, dude.
He wanted to just crawl inside her skin.
His
He
intentions
was gonna take it too. Crazy.
were way bigger than what my availability at the time was.
He was trauma bonding.
I believe that he was trying to trauma bond, and because I believe that, I put a ixnay on the
ironing bay.
You understand? I'm saying ixnay on the ironing bay. It's not happening around these parts. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like, and because one, I don't do trauma bonding. If especially if I can help it and I see it, and two, I don't do what's it called? I don't do rebound dating. I want you to be well. Come hang out. We can kick it, but don't try to be intimate over here. We can hang out. We can be friends.
Bring me no fucking roses.
I'm not taking none of that. I'm allergic if you bring me flowers and you don't know anything about me. If you bring me flowers, that's one of the first things you learn about me is my allergies. If you bring me flowers, then you don't know me. You don't know me trying to kill me. And that's in my mind. I want you to know right now. I'm saying it out loud. If you ever give me flowers, I know that you're trying to kill me. Straight up. Because why? Because that's one of the first things I say to anybody. Hey, listen, just so we clear, I tell my allergies, especially if we're going to hang out, so I can, where my EpiPen is in my bag. Don't play no games. Grab my shit.
Yep.
That's one of the first things I say. If later on you be like, oh, I was thinking about you, and I know how much you love lilies, which I do. And so I just want you to have, bitch, you don't love me, and you trying to kill me. It's murder. Somebody call the 911 right now. Melody said, I don't want to parent my man ever. Either I trust him or I don't. A lot of women I know, ships. TJ shouted out, hey, Queen. One of my best friends is a guy, Monique Collins says. Listen, where I'm saying is that what I've learned, and I know it's going to sound very arrogant, is that a lot of people of the opposite sex engage you and have intentions. They may not be the intention that you have, but some people become comfortable with the idea of understanding that I'd rather have you like this than not have you at all. And it's okay to have a friend who has not become settled, but become settled in the idea, not who has settled, but has become settled in the idea that I understand that this is not okay for you. And because I care enough, or because shit, it's just I'm a regular person and I understand you don't gotta have we ain't gonna be that. But it's some people, they be like, oh, just wait a little longer.
That's exactly how he was.
I'm gonna wait a little longer because I know you want this.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta want me.
Literally showing up,
Him
driving past my job.
This person right here.
I didn't see your car outside.
Francis,
were you at work?
This person.
You know I'm talking about that person.
This person right here.
Dude pulled up, and he was like,
"Don't talk to him no more."
Yeah, I saw that your car wasn't outside. Now,
outside of home or outside of work?
Outside of home, because remember I'd invited him over. He came pick me up for the date.
That's why I drive myself. See, you done fucked it up again.
I thought I could trust him.
I get you. You done messed
He
it
would
up
drive
again.
past my job. I told him where I worked. He was like, "Yeah, I drove past your job to see if I saw your car because I was parked in the same place when I worked for the city. I parked on a corner. Yeah, I saw your car outside." But this dude said, "Patrice, now you know this." He said to me, "I didn't see your car parked in the front, so I figured you just weren't home." I have a concrete slab and a garage. I never park in front of my house. Never. Not if I don't have to. Only if I'm running in the house to get something real
Now he
fast.
coming to the garage, Francis.
I said, "Dude," I said, "No." I said, "I never park in front of my house." He was like, "Yes, you do." I was like, "Who in the fuck are you to tell me that I park in front of my house? I never park in front of my house."
Yes,
never.
you do. I seen your car outside.
I said, "Now I park in the slab in the back. So are you driving through my alley to see if I'm home?" This motherfucker was driving through my alley to see if he could see whether or not I was home. But here's the thing. You're not stopping by. You're not ringing the doorbell. You're not saying, "Hey,
you just
home,
driving through.
You just driving by my job and my fucking
Psycho
house.
Freaky Jason. Was he a tourist?
No, he's a Libra.
That was my next one.
He's a Libra.
They something. But was you sure he's not a tourist?
Nope, he's a Libra.
Is it Capricorn?
No, he's a Libra.
Okay.
I was married to a Capricorn. I don't have that same. My ex-husband. Well, no, he did that one when he showed outside of the Mecca.
You don't play no games with your ass. I was there.
Yeah. Well, I was about to kill his ass.
Tell Free to come outside.
I was about to kill his ass. 6'4", and I was about to annihilate him.
I love y'all.
But no.
I just there is a thing like so
Yeah.
when when I was younger, I'm sure because I didn't have any control over my feelings or you know what I'm saying. I wasn't on deck like I am now. That there's a time that I've said I wanted something or someone, whatever, and I went and got it. Honestly, though, all bullshit aside, and this gonna sound so cocky, but it's in Gemini fashion. Fam, I'm too cool for that shit.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
This gonna sound so crazy. Listen, fam,
the minute I have problems with rejection, and
Me
the
too.
minute you
Wait, you
reject
gonna tell me
you
no?
ain't never got to worry about
Wait,
me.
wait, did you say- Like, did you say no? No, we don't say no. First, I just so spoiled. Spoiled in the mud. But
You done hurt
did
my
you say
little
no?
feelings.
Wait, did you say no?
Yes.
No to what?
Appalled.
No to what though?
Appalled. To me.
To me, you said no. Oh, that's probably ain't a good idea.
Appalled.
And so you ain't never gonna ask me, worry about me asking for a damn thing. Not now, not never.
But I'm gonna take it an even a further step, and maybe it's because it's arrogant Aries. I don't know, but I've also never had a problem getting what I wanted.
Never.
I've never been told that I was too aggressive, other than my friends who weren't as aggressive as I was. But as it related to the men, it was like, "Oh, you want me? Okay, you can have me."
Okay, I just want to say that loud. Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
to be told no, I'm not gonna keep chasing after you. You done told me no. You done hurt my feelings. Fuck you. I hate you forever. You ain't even did nothing wrong except told me no. Fuck you. I hate you. Why you mad at him, Free? Fuck him. He's a bastard.
Bastard. Let me tell you. So I told a guy recently. We were having a conversation, and he was like, "You know, you can like pretty much ask me for anything." And I was like, "I hear you." He was like, "No, I'm serious. Like anything, like whatever it is." I was like, "Okay, so let me explain about that. That's nice to know, but if you ever say no, that's probably not gonna go well. So I'm doing you a favor by not me saying, 'Hey, could you?' or 'I need you to.' Is it all right if you nothing?" I don't say nothing. And I don't say nothing that you have the ability to control the no to. Because if you say no,
it's my daddy's fault. It's my daddy's fault.
I don't know whose fault it
It's
is.
my daddy's fault.
I believe that it's your daddy's fault.
You know it's my daddy's fault. I'm
I turned I turned it off and I covered my mouth this time, friend. I
I
did good.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Because my daddy might be watching it. He won't like that.
Yeah, not at all. But what I'm saying, you guys I get it. Spoiled, yeah. Rotten. I am.
Yeah.
And I don't deny that. So today's message of the day is I try to do one every Monday just to try to tie into what we doing, whatever. And the statement said you little you and then capital R and then the word a lot. And then it says, but a lot of what though? You get what I'm saying? Because and it says we have to normalize the idea of healing. Because some people think it's okay to be batshit crazy. Like when I say some people, and okay, look, and y'all know if you watch the show regularly, whether we transition from Tuesday to Mondays, whatever the case may be, you already know I'm a woman. My focus is on making us better so we can be better in our relationships, starting at home with our children, our loved ones, our significant others, work, whatever the case may be. We got to be well because I believe that we are the strongest part of this foundation. When the system took the man out of the crib, and you understand what I'm saying, and they bodged out, oh, we out of here, we gon'. You know what I'm saying? We still had a responsibility. I'm saying all this so y'all can get where I'm going. We still have a responsibility, and some of us tapped out on that responsibility. I believe that we are the essential part of the foundation. That's my point. That's my point. Otherwise, when God created Adam, he had to stop there. He did. He didn't. And when we're created as quote unquote helpmeets, whether you believe it in the Bible, the Quran, or any other spiritual belief, and we were created as helpmeets, then we were created to not only do your job, but to do the job that I am made to do that you cannot do too. So I can do my job and your job. And I know that sounds like, damn, you just dissing. I'm not dissing men. I'm just calling it like it is. I was created as a helpmeet, and the person that can help you, what? Is able to do your job, right? You got to be able to do the job to be able to help. If you can't help, am I wrong though? Like
You're
I gotta be able to do the job in order to be able to help you. There's only one thing that a man can do. I can't produce seed. However, I do produce a seed. It's just different. You get what I'm saying? A man cannot carry said combination of seeds, no matter what he try to do. I gotta see, he gotta see some similarities. But there are other things that are part of my life and the part of my makeup that he will never be able to duplicate because he wasn't created to be my helpmeet. I was created to be his, which means I got to do all the stuff you can do, plus the stuff that I'm supposed to do myself. And I know that a lot of people ain't gonna agree with that. I'm gonna fuck today. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I said that out loud.
It works.
So that's where I'm
It
at.
works.
You know what I mean? But with that being the case and all of that being said, sir, ma'am, it is not okay for you to be batshit crazy.
I probably would have been dead. I'm afraid that I was like, this nigga probably would have killed me if I would have left him alone. I would have been one of them.
Do you understand? I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anyone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like there are lines like you have to draw. Like if you are a lot, that's cool. Be a lot of love, be a lot of focus, be a lot of all of the good stuff. And everything that's not considered societally acceptable. And I have to say that because you got to live here, fam. And I know a lot of people like, what? You can't tell me. You got to live here with all of these other people, all these other spirits, beings, whatever you want to call it, energies, whatever you want to call it. You got to live here. Don't come in here with so much discord. Be different. Nothing wrong with being this. Being different does not denote failure for harmony. Discord is not the same as you can be different and still be on the one accord, fam. Don't come in here with all this mess, and then when somebody be like, "Well, I'm a lie," he just got to deal with me. Nobody has to deal with that.
And furthermore, when it comes to
she said furthermore to y'all.
when it comes to your toxic traits, It's not okay for you to just say this is just who I am either. But they don't know how to even address their toxic traits.
This just me, Free. You just gonna have to accept me for who I am. No, the fuck she don't. No, she don't. You know what I'm saying? And coming into this space, I had to tell her immediately, hey, I'm having a really rough one. I'm trying to make some adjustments. Bear with me. That was me requesting her because she'd have been like, you know what, Patrice, I'm not here for your shit today. And I'm not here for the show. I'm out. And there was nothing I can do but accept that. But because I love her and because she loves me, she was like, okay, we're gonna figure out what's gonna take to shift you. You know what I mean? And because I know that that's not where you want to stay, I'm a help you move to make it right. You know what I'm saying? A guy friend tells me this week, Patrice, everybody ain't like you. I hate that statement so much.
They ain't supposed to be.
And I was like, I know everybody's not like me. You're not supposed to be like me. You right. Everybody don't want to be well. Everybody want to be in toxic. A lot of people want to be in toxic relationships or want to be in relationships where they can't make amends for, and they prefer to be the well, you did it, the victim.
They want to be
You
victimized.
did it to me, so I'm gonna do it.
You want
It's
to
a
make
lot.
anything outside of your norm.
I'm gonna say no.
You want to vilify anything that you don't understand because it's your fear. It's fear-based action.
And when he said that, I thought that immediately, but I also said, I am not here to fight you. You are right. Everybody is not me. And if you want to be in that toxic shit on your own, be there.
Stay there.
You stay there. So when I tell people, and this is a public announcement, I want to make sure I'm saying this out loud. When I say, oh, no worries, okay. And then you don't hear from me. Just be okay because I don't have to put up with that shit, fam. If that's just how you are, and you just want to be the person who want to be in non-amended pretend I don't want no elephant in the room. Me and my girl sitting here, we having a good time and we are building. I don't want it to be an elephant in the room. If she got a problem with me, please tell me because I love her enough to try to make amends. If I got a problem with her, I'm gonna tell her because she'll love me enough to make amends. We have been very fortunate. You know what I'm saying? And I praise the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And thank the ancestors for keeping us in alignment. You know what I'm saying? That I've not caused her any type of trauma, and she has not caused me that. Like I'm thankful for that kind of love with her. A lot of people don't have that. And I'm not saying you gotta have this type of relationship. I'm just saying in this space, in this idea, and what's available for us. If you want to live there, like if you have a broken relationship and y'all still in a relationship, friendship, intimacy, don't matter. If we fucked up, we gonna talk. We gotta talk about it.
Right.
We gotta talk about it. I cannot pretend that there is not something that you did that hurt me, or that I've hurt you in a way. And I'm not going. It's not going. I'm gonna whisper to y'all, so because clearly, when I'm excited, y'all don't get it. Okay. It's not going to magically disappear just because you pretend it didn't happen.
Because you want it to.
It's going to go away.
He called me up like, oh yeah, so what I'm sorry. What did you just say?
It don't just magically go away. Y'all do. But I want to say that a lot of I want you to understand a lot of people don't get that shit. Like even in personal relationships, I'm not gonna hurt you. You've been experiencing something. I've been through. I had a friendship that I was building with someone. And I was looking forward to be magical. I thought it was gonna be great. They're one of the most considerate women I've met in a very long time. Unfortunately, she had been traumatized over the years in relationships. You know what I'm saying? People wanting a whole lot, putting her on deck, making her like it was a lot of stuff for her. So for her, that type of exchange was okay. Like she thought that was okay for solidifying a love. And for me, trying to step away from those types of engagements and the definitions of what love looks like, it didn't work well for me.
That's a fight, flight, freeze, or flee, right? Well, flight is kind of flee, huh?
Yeah. But I
That's
get
one
you.
of those type of moments
You know
where
what I
it's
mean? And you
like,
be like,
I'm sorry, this is not my dynamic. But I'm also assuming that person probably was a person that said, this is just me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Is that it was just me, and then it was also a lot of reference to everybody ain't like you, Trees. You right,
That's a
everybody,
projection.
but you
That
right,
is a
and I get
projection.
it. Don't get mad. It's okay,
No,
mama.
that's your own
Right, it is.
conviction.
But everybody ain't like me, and
You
you right.
using it to weaponize against
And you
me
and
though.
you want to
So
don't
fucking what? You
exactly
not like
don't be
me.
mad that you're
I'm
not
not
like me.
expecting you to be like me.
I
But
don't.
if you feel some sort of provocation because I am me, bitch, address your shit.
What you did you hear what Free just said? Address your shit. And I really feel that way. Like that's your shit. And I was telling a client of mine as I was practicing my massage. You get what I'm saying? I'm working and whatever. And he was like, it's something about your energy that's just different. I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I believe it is. So I grew up like when we left Milwaukee when I was maybe 8. Okay? Maybe. I didn't get back here till I was like 15. Those years right there are like the core when a child is developing their morality, understanding, exchange, all the little quirks that make them is because they're experiencing life in relationship and people in a way where they're now processing it. This is how I want to do
outside
it.
of their family. It's
Outside,
very heavily leaned
exactly.
upon their peers. It's their teachers.
All
it's
of
their
that.
They're able to develop a concept and thought and conceptualize things like, okay, wow. So I might have been taught this here, but I actually am leaning more towards behaving this way.
Choices come into play.
Yes.
And all of that happened when I was in California on a military base with an extreme variety. Like we talking about extreme variety, diverse, y'all. I'm just saying, same thing. Personalities, race, religion. You know what I'm saying? I was just surrounded in an extremely diverse environment. So to leave there and to come back here and be stuffed into
A triangular box.
oh my gosh, it
As
was
a circular being.
it was something. You understand what I'm saying? It was definitely something I just did not fit. And you're so I love you. Say Wisconsin right now. Do it.
Wisconsin.
Thank you. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. So I didn't fit. You get what I'm saying? And for me having to force my way into a space of comfortability because I was stuck, nothing I could do, and because of my value for family, I was definitely committed to being here for as long as I have been. You know what I mean? Like Mario the poet said to me, Patrice, you do represent a part of what Milwaukee is. And when he said that, I got mad than a bitch.
Because of the way you view Milwaukee.
But because the way that I view Milwaukee. You know what I mean? I understood what he was saying. And in a sense, in retrospect, I was honored. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, damn,
pretty dope thing to say.
That's a dope thing to say to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I was so like,
you made Mario's Milwaukee.
Oh, look at you making it sweet. Ma'am, I was not in that alone. Now, since you want to go there, you try to do it. Yeah.
For the record,
Nope.
even though I know that it irritates and agitates the shit out of people when it happens, but let's just be clear. When I get upset, y'all very plainly tell people that I'm from Chicago.
Fam, you might be from Chicago. That's you can start multiple
I'm like, y'all don't ever.
I start whispering immediately.
I've lived now in Milwaukee longer than I've lived in Chicago, but it is very
baby,
clear.
that
Folks
Chi-Town be like
So
spirited.
I'm like, I don't know how much of Milwaukee I made. If
Mario was still
like,
listening right now, it would be baby. Sean is from Chicago. Sean is from Chicago. Freebird is from Milwaukee.
I like that. Freebird is from Milwaukee. Because I don't see Milwaukee as terrible.
You got to whisper when your friend is crazy. You got to whisper like this coming your mouth.
I don't see it as a terrible place for certain things. I just see it as a terrible place for fugazi elitists. Did you just turn your mic off on me again? Yeah, I don't like the Mean Girls Club. I don't like the the hide behind a white person, black elitists.
Don't it's a whole because free. I just want y'all to know,
I
free
don't like
black
the
black.
cool kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
free is black.
I don't like the cool kids.
She the kid that was in that really wasn't in trouble but wanted to defend the people that was in trouble all the time.
I was fighting.
And
for
she fights for the underdog.
underdog.
And she it's a whole little like free is that person.
I will fight when everybody else stop fighting. I'ma still fight.
She the fighter of the fighters. The only other person that fight more than free is T.
Yes.
And
she is my exact polar opposite.
Look at I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
She's my
before
exact
she
polar
show
opposite.
up on this motherfucker like
That's why.
And then who said it? No ma'am.
Yep.
No ma'am. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. And a lot of people think that I'm saying that I'm not Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I believe I listen, I know that there are part of my behaviors I had to become. I live here. Even though the core of who I am was established somewhere else, I was born here, and then I had to. You gotta either you ride or you die in Milwaukee. I'm not kidding. There's a structure here that's happening. Yes. Either you get in, you get on this boat, fam, and a lot of people feel like it's a lot of people that don't live here to be like, oh my God, there are black people in Milwaukee.
It is this craziest.
Still
even
right
in Chicago,
now. Still now.
People are like, you listen to that music in Milwaukee? I'm like, the fuck? Of course. What are you talking about? You're like 72 miles away from us.
Right, you right on the street, fam.
What are you talking about?
You right on the street.
You're an hour away. Hour and 15 at 85 straight
but that's
I've done it.
But I know.
Be hovering in there.
You ain't there row with free. Listen, I be trying to tell y'all, like coming into like seriously, May 2000. I'm gonna make sure, whatever. What? We are almost at 10 years in radio. Okay, in September, I believe.
That's right. Lali was first born. Mm-hmm.
We are almost 10 years in radio, and with that being the case, the idea of how we've grown.
Oh yeah.
And what has happened.
We got to look at some of the old videos.
Oh, I've seen them. MJC, Michael J. Curtis is in the building. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
We gotta look at some of those old.
We'll take a day and seriously do that. You get what I'm saying?
And see if our ideals and morals and ethics have changed.
I think that they've richened into the same space because I believe that you've matured. I've matured and we've grown into these people. But I think that the basis of who we are, because we were those women. Yeah. That is who I think we showed up as us, as ourselves. And we didn't we didn't provide an opportunity for what are those people called? Representatives.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? We showed up, we was like, fuck it, this is it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we represented ourselves individually well. Not that we were not that we weren't a collective, but we were a collective of individuals. This is who I am. This is what I represent. This is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? With an understanding and respect for the separateness of that.
Agreed.
But what it made us a whole as women. You know what I'm saying? Like I really believe. Like I say, you might guess 10 years, my love. We So looking back on those times and looking back to now, and when I hear about, and I know this is it's kind of a jump subject, but we're gonna pull it back, whatever. All of the dismay that went down at Midtown, and how y'all kids was out there with automatic, not semi-automatic, but with automatic weapons, walking around like they was popsicles and ice cream cones. You know what I'm saying? With that type of freedom. And I question parental. I question parental guidance. And people say to me all the time, well, you know, parents do the best that they can with what they have. I hear what you're saying, but I've been in youth development since I was a teenager. And I know damn well what lackluster parenting looks like. I'm telling you, I know what lackluster parenting looked like. I don't know how my mom found the time to come to my classes, to know my teachers. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how she took the time to know all my friends. She wasn't playing no games, and I wasn't going nowhere if she didn't know what the hell was happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like she, whatever she did, you get what I'm saying? And she had a full-time job. And she was married. It's a thing. You get what I'm saying? And as a single woman with no children who opted in on youth development programming since I was like what 16, 17 years old, and I've been doing that type of work all of these years, single with no children, them shits is difficult. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna fight with y'all about how to raise your motherfucking kids. I'm not finna tell you how to. I can give you advice, offer suggestions, but let me tell you what I'm not. I'm tired of having to dream in my mind. Let me go grab my gun real quick before I slap this bitch real quick because I know she about to say something.
Right.
Because I know I'm have to defend myself. Do you know how many parents I've had to turn away at the neighborhood house, picking up their children as I was a teen coordinator, saying to these parents, hey, go put some motherfucking clothes on before you come in here to pick up my son. And she's like, I'm just here to pick up my kid. Girl, you ain't having them today until you go outside and put on some clothes because you ain't coming here and embarrassing him like that in front of the other teens. Get your ass out of here. Well, Patrice, you can't tell people, yes, I can. And yes, I did. Fam, get out the foyer of the neighborhood house. I'm here to pick up. You ain't getting none of my kids. And then I got to say this to them. You're not getting none of my kids under the influence because technically I'm a mandate reporter. I got to call the people. I was supposed to call the people and say, hey, listen, this parent is under the influence of marijuana. And they're here to pick up their child. And I didn't. What I did was I gave you a minute to go outside and prep yourself and get it together because we're not perfect. None are we. But my baby, which is your child that you birthed, ain't getting in the car with you on that bullshit, fam. Now you want me to send my kids. You leave your child with me between 6 and 8 hours out of the day, every day, which is more time any day except on a Sunday that you may spend with them. And you want me to give them to you? Just go. Okay, you birthed them. I'm with you. Listen, y'all know how I feel about motherhood. I think it's the most beautiful thing ever. And you know my heart when I think about it. I'm like, y'all out here carrying whole lives in y'all souls. And then ain't nobody doing that but women. That shit dope. So you want me to give you access to one of the most precious gifts that the Father above has allowed for you to walk out here and fuck off with it? I'll fight you about the child that you gave birth to. So when I say all of those things about youth development and the depth of my love for all of that, and how these are your children, not your children's children, but your younger children. I'm 47, so I'm talking about between me and everybody that's about 30 up under me. You know what I'm saying? Them your kids. Go and get your fucking kids, people. Be a parent. Stop trying to be friends. Stop trying to be cool. And I'm going to tell you right now from experience, youth development programmer, all these years, it ain't never too late to show up and parent your kids. It ain't never. They want it as much as they say they don't. It ain't never too late. Go on by there and figure them shits out. It may not be perfect at this point, and ain't no manual. But I'm going to tell you right now, get on deck. Because that is why that part of the city is under duress. But you can't say that to everybody. But you can't tell nobody. Fam, listen. I'm not here for you and your children. Not another second. Oh, you know, we've been doing youth development and we're coming up with these programs and I've been doing it for like 30 years. And I'm not trying to be funny. I did stop because I was tired of fighting the parent, not because I didn't care about the child, because I was tired of fighting the parents. You can't just give up. I didn't give up on the parent, on the child. Tired of fighting the parents. Go get your children. Go take the time out to be parents. Stop spending your time chasing down this nigga
that you're trying to make yours with your
that
crazy
you trying to
motherfucking
make
ass.
yours.
Therefore, impressing it upon your motherfucking kids because they watching
Come
everything you
on.
doing.
Did you
And so
see?
then you wondering, oh, my son, I can't believe my son killed this girl. Oh, maybe because you be whooping the man ass every damn day, telling them that he yours, and you trying to fight other women out in the streets.
Did you see where I was going with that?
100%.
That's how you know when your friends is on that. Because listen, I was like,
look, I had to get. I didn't mean to get out the camera. I was stretching y'all, but I meant what I said.
But you heard me though.
Yeah,
you feel where I was going with that. Listen, you
that's
spending
why they out here
all your time and your
guns,
energy somewhere
these
else.
fucking thumping ass Thundercats.
Spend some time with your children. You want to love when this nigga. Somebody was telling me,
make your motherfucking kid feel value rather than trying to make a motherfucker yours.
Right? Why he got to? What is he gonna do with you?
You trying to value yourself to the discretion of a motherfucker that still live in the basement with his mama, asking you for money to go get some motherfucking cigarettes and shit. This nigga driving around in your goddamn car and ain't buying you or your motherfucking kids food, but you steady fighting bitches and checking his phone and shit at night. And this the motherfucker that you went hardcore for. This the motherfucker you went too hard, too fast, and too goddamn soon for. But your son out here going too hard, too much, and too fast for this girl. And because she simply said, no, I appreciate you, but I'm not interested. He killed her motherfucking ass.
Did you hear this?
He killed her.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? This is what I'm saying. Too hard, too much, too fast. With the desire that you are teaching these children
toxic love
that they need to own. That they gotta have possession. You are teaching these children a mandate for monogamy.
Is murder.
It's murder. That's crazy. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. We see you, Monique Collins. She said, "Preach free." And Lunell Lawson, what's up, cousin? How you doing? So the parents are the words today. Instead of buying, show your time and cook for your children. Okay. Now listen. I know a lot of young people, a lot of advocates are saying that you can't whoop your children. That's abuse. You can't talk to your children a certain way. That's abuse. Listen, there are some fine lines to abusing. Okay,
we were abused.
Degrading, and a lot of us were actually abused,
physically abused, corporal punished.
Exactly. There is a line though of guidance that comes along with teaching your children that there are motherfucking consequences for your behavior.
There's freedom of choice, but there are not freedom of consequences.
Ooh, did you go there? You did. Do you understand what I'm saying? Teaching your children and in your relationship that there is consequence for certain behaviors. You get what I'm saying? And that if you don't oblige, step back and pull it all the way, mama. That's gonna be dangerous. I'm concerned right now. It's gonna be bad. Yes, I just stop. I need to make that was gonna be bad. I seen it happen. I'm like, just step back and lean out and open it all the way back. Just open it. No, okay, we good. Oh, right, okay. I just think that teaching, we need to take the time. What you need? Because it's latch. That is funny. Funny, and just keeps me funny. You good back there? You sure?
Okay. I had my mic off. They didn't hear me, so I'm good.
Okay. To teaching your children, you know what I'm saying, that they have to own one another. And we start talking about this indoctrination of the slave mentality and how it's bled into our blood veins and how, like, fam, you woke, be conscious. Hello.
Can you please repeat that again? I just You know,
I'm just saying though.
I had to receive the libation as I received the libation. So can you please say it again?
If you woke, be conscious of the behavior that you like. Look around you. Y'all in here. Oh, I'm black and I'm this and I'm strong and my people and we together and you are pouring shit into your children.
You only strong, black, woke, and free when it come to being on motherfucking camera.
But it starts like it literally starts in your home. You want to be conscious. You want to be woke. You want to be aware of the behaviors, the societal behaviors, and the construct of how we've been, what's the word I'm looking for? Oppressed and we've been put into these spaces and refrained from growth. And it starts way before then.
Y'all want to talk about normalizing shit, but y'all still haven't normalized the fact that the acknowledgement of the slave mentality and the indoctrinated patriarchal toxicity runs deeply in your bones, and that motherfucking Willie Lynch theory is still in full effect.
It's a thing though. So you wanna fix it. Start at home, fam.
Start at home.
Like we talking about too much too hard to fast. You trying to love on somebody and make somebody come help you raise your kids, girl.
When you could just raise your fucking kids. But the problem is that the kid was a motherfucking component of the too strong, too hard, and too fast. Because you was trying to get the kid to keep the damn man. Or make the woman pregnant to keep the damn woman.
Or
So now they're a tool. Now these are a whole bunch of motherfucking tools out here shooting guns at each other that know that they ain't loved and don't give no fuck because they ain't got shit to lose because they never had you, bitch.
Listen. Okay.
And all they want to feel is love. We need to normalize loving our fucking children.
So let me go here with y'all. And I know this is gonna really, really bother some folks. Check this out. You wanna call Michael? Okay, I'm gonna grab the cord. Give me 1 second.
Love your fucking children radically. You want to be radical, be radical with your support and the healing of the generational trauma within yourself as well as your motherfucking children. Let's do that. Let's do some fucking trauma-based information. Trauma-based information. Let's do that. No, it's just it's sad. I had a girlfriend last night. She's a new mother, and she posted something because she was saying that people were telling her to put her baby down because she was gonna spoil them and she was gonna ruin them. You done heard it. You gonna ruin that baby because you gonna spoil them if you always holding them. The baby ain't even 3 weeks old, and you telling her that she gonna spoil the baby if she. And I wanted to put something on there, but I told her, I said, I don't want the people who are going, I don't want the vultures, the woke vultures circling me, or not even woke, the sleeping vultures circling me, talking about what it is wrong with what I said. So I said, you love your baby with everything you got. You love and hold and you gift and you support as much as you like, because what we need to normalize is the fact that men have feelings. We need to stop.
Wait. What you like? So just please.
What
one
we
time.
need to normalize is that men have feelings, and that is okay. It's okay to have feelings. That is okay for Black women to be vulnerable, to be delicate, to be dainty, to be not even weak, but to be delicate. I said that already. Delicate. It's okay for you to be delicate.
Yes.
You don't have to strong arm society anymore. You can be delicate. So I told her, I said, you love your baby. I said, because it was meant to be, number one, because if it weren't, you wouldn't have had the baby. And number two, you let the baby find syncopation in your groove. And I promise you that he will move to your rhythm. And don't give no fuck about everyone and their fear-based reaction in an indoctrinated fucking society, because they forget where that mentality comes from. You don't want to spoil the baby because then the baby won't be a profit to massa. That's why the fuck you don't want to hold a baby all the time, because then he won't pick as much cotton as he possibly could or do the fucking work that he was originally intended to do. Hold your baby and let him know that we ain't got to live in fear of that shit no motherfucking more, because that ain't what this life is.
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear?
That ain't what this life is.
Oh my gosh, too much, too hard, too fast, too much of the. I'm trying to not be focused on the white man. I want to be black. I want to be connected to my society. I want to be connected to my people, to my community. You gotta start at home, fam.
You first have to address your connection. Because even I can be as black as I want to be, but I know that I still have some indoctrination within me because that's just the way that we're socialized here. Okay. That's just the way that it is being in America. But that doesn't mean that you can't call that shit out. And just because it sounds radical, just because it sounds different,
it sounds good.
It sounds good,
it sounds
right?
good.
Right? So that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means maybe you should really think about why you are holding to the good word as hard as you are.
Did you say the good word? I'm so sick of you. Michael J. Curtis said emotional intelligence is a thing. I'm with y'all on these posts. I just want y'all to know I'm here. I'm just having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to make sure that my stuff don't freeze. Monique Collins said, listen, these kids talk now. I would have been slapped into next week. My daughters know when I'm joking and when I'm serious. I tell them, don't lose your lips. Watch your mouth. Indeed, Michael, the number is 414-885-4739. Or you can just call my number. You have it. So call me and I'll bring you in on the conversation. Or if you would like the link to go live and join the conversation, you let me know and I will send you into the call. Oh, you called immediately.
Michael got something
call
to say.
from
Michael J. Curtis.
Oh, hey, Michael J. Curtis. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm awesome.
First of all, to the both.
Talk to me.
Everybody can hear me?
We're doing well. Thank you.
Yes, y'all, this is an awesome topic. I just wanted to give a perspective of, and I think that's with along lines of where she was going. Emotional intelligence is a thing, right? So I think in so much you have these children who are growing up in homes that, and I don't think we really get to the poverty level of these homes and how much these parents are missing due to being at work, due to the strains and different things they go through. I think being a kid that come from a home with 4 children and a single mother, I still go through PTSD of that. So
I wanna say this though.
Yeah.
My mom worked a full-time job. And it was me and my sister. And I know it was only 2 of us, but she still worked a full-time job, fam.
Right. Exactly. And, in parenting and moving forward of that. And then some of these parents were raised correctly and just not imparting that into their children. And then there are some things that went on where you have children who were raised in a house that was financially stable, but there were other things going on as well. That's how you get some of these people that be pastors' children, and then they grow up and wreak havoc among the world. So,
no, you know what? And I'm with you. And I hate to interrupt that. I just wanted to say, just honestly, I feel I just don't. I'm tired of excuses of women not taking the engagement to raise their children. I understand that there are other things going on, and I understand that we have processes that require healing. Bitch, heal. Take the time to do that. Like I've said this a long time ago. Like, and I keep saying it. I know that, quote unquote, in impoverished nations, you get what I'm saying, that the activity for engagement and comfort is sex. So you having children. I understand that. Bitch, be responsible. Don't talk about you woke and you running around here and you got these babies because you were failing to engage in this part of this. It still starts in the home. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but you also have to see it.
You're right. You got to see it. But my point is, if you talking about you woke, fam, you not. You're not. Open your eyes. True. I said if you woke, be conscious of what's happening directly. Direct. Anybody that knows, even if you're talking about the spiral, the root of the spiral, where is the core?
It is.
And the core is where? Within self. And then you get within, and then immediately around you before it gets bigger, before it even gets to that part.
But a lot of times, like when I work with youth and work with young children, and I do it inside the church, the guys of the church, so I do it within a village, right? It ain't just I. And being closer to their age than a lot of their parents, there are a number of conversations we have that they may not usually have with their parents. And so while I would offer to have a nice structure at home, I would also like to say that it is not, minor to make sure that your child has a higher power or has a direction. I think so many households are lost. You ain't got to believe in the Bible or whatever, whatever your religion may be, but there is no sense of direction. I think a lot of people don't know where they're going.
You are right.
Hell, a lot of them
Spiritual direction is necessary, but you can't. If you woke, then you notice. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But if you woke, then you know
Yeah.
that there is something greater than you that exists in this life, not in this, not on this earth, but in this life. That there is a power, whether it's the leading of your ancestors, whether you want to lean onto the universe and the stars and something cosmically, or if you want to be as pure as it go and say, God, fam, listen.
Exactly.
It's there though. And if you are woke, then you notice. You understand? Like we talking about being woke.
We can't even put enough emphasis on, because we talk about the men who are not there. But there are men that are there, and we have to have the discussion around the domestic violence rise that is happening with the men who are staying in the home, and about the emotional intelligence of those men and how they are able to navigate their emotions. And I think that's what Free was referring to before when she says, it's okay for men to have feelings, but we also have to teach men how to handle those feelings.
Are you saying that we're not to give an acknowledgement to parents who are there and doing a thing, and then the children are still misbehaving? Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Listen. Okay, look. Listen,
there,
my love.
But missing.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of parents that be on deck is not gonna believe this either. Okay, just like you, I've worked in youth development. I've been in youth development for a very long time. Okay. If you are quote unquote being a good parent and your child is still leaning astray, then the difference in that is as simple as you just not a good teacher, fam. And I'm not trying to be funny. And it's not that it's not that you didn't do your best, because giving your best is one thing. You get what I'm saying? But being effective is another.
Exactly. But then you also want to say, are you practicing what you preach? Because oftentimes when we're seeing these woke people, right, and their children don't reflect their wokeness, it is because they ain't that woke when they at home.
Listen, I got a guy friend right now who been in not just youth development, but in personal and wellness for like 30 years. This is what he do. He a motivational speaker. He gets down. He attractive. He out here. He living this thing. But his kids drive him fucking crazy.
Bonkers.
You will be like, listen, is that your son? Everything that you stand against.
You know what?
No, he don't. He don't smoke. He don't drink. He don't do any of these things. But his children do. He don't engage in any type of crazy offset activities that they're like. He's all about community. His children ain't.
But Patrice, that's no different than a preacher's kid.
Oh, it's exactly the same thing. So what I'm saying is that you spend so much time externally that just like the teacher who has a classroom full of students and you keep trying to teach them all the exact same way and wonder why Jessica on the other side of the room is motherfucking failing, because Jessica don't learn like the rest of the kids. You don't just toss her to the side. You find it as a teacher, as an educator, it is your responsibility to notice that Jessica don't learn like everybody else and to get Jessica what she needs.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. That is also why you see families of children where you might have two kids is okay, one is off doing something crazy.
Hey, that's exactly why it is. But as a parent, parent, it's hard to say. And I'm not saying it's an easy decision to make. I got 3 other kids to raise. I can't be running behind this motherfucking kid. You know why it is? You know why that is though? And the parents be mad at me. I know y'all mad. I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, listen. You missed it, fam. You missed it.
Yeah.
There was something that
Yeah.
happened a long time ago
Yeah.
that and the child was showing you either mom or dad, I learned
Hmm.
differently. Mom or dad, I need
Hmm.
something differently than them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong,
Right.
kids is born chemically imbalanced. That's why they make sociopaths. It's a thing, man. It's a real thing. Everybody's child
Yeah.
ain't gonna be well. I get it. But
But let's
don't
have a discussion about the
but as a
fact.
parent, you supposed to be able to say,
Yeah.
okay, so I was on deck with these two kids. I missed something over there. I fucked that up. You get what I'm
But
saying? And
as a
because
black
I'm not able
community,
to,
we have to have a conversation about when parenting stops and how parenting changes
does parenting
over
ever
time.
stop?
Parenting doesn't stop, but I think that black people have missed the fact that the parenting changes. That it changes from you making decisions for your child to you consulting, to you do it like those positions within the growing of your child as they go from a child to a younger, a teenager to a young adult to an adult, and that progression of parenting that happens. I think black people get to 18 with their children and be like, oh, I did it. See you later. Deuces.
That's not just a black thing. However, it's very prominent in our communities, and it's also,
It is.
but the problem is before that. They don't even be 18. It's way before then. It's way before then.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
your child is a sociopath and shows signs of sociopath, way before they 18, fam. Way before they 15. Yo
Yeah.
stoley riding ass 14-year-old told
Yep.
you when he was 7.
That he was gonna stab you in the
Hmm.
neck with a fork to death.
Do you understand what I'm saying? When he was
Yeah.
7.
Set the house on
Hmm.
fire.
Dietrich said, "No, you have to continue to raise your kids even when they grown. They always need your wisdom and direction. It's that's
And
why
direction.
that's what the chain is for.
Yeah. Yeah. You have this thing as a village, and as like I've been there where I'm the youth worker, still reaching for the child, and the parent has retracted. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
They
reaching.
be done.
I'm still I'm still trying to grab her. I'm still like, hey, we can save him. And the parents are like, you don't know him
They
like
be
I know him.
done,
And
and
I'm like,
they
I
be
know
done
him.
and they tired because somebody taught them that they was gonna be done and tired, and that it's
Yeah.
okay to be done and tired with your children. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand, and I don't
Not at
sound so
15,
effed up.
Patrice.
Go ahead and say what?
Not as a teenager. Not at 15.
No, not
They
you
be done with
shouldn't.
these
But I
kids
will
once they
also
hit
tell you
high
this:
school.
that everybody ain't savable. Sociopaths is part of this life for a reason.
But it's your sociopath.
But
And
it's
if and
your
if you feel like
sociopath.
he has
Please
these mental
understand that
issues,
it's your psycho freaky Jason ass kid. It belongs to you.
Emphasis
Yes.
on
it's
it's
yours. He
yours.
yours.
Come on. Yes,
And
it's
But
yeah,
the
yours.
point
Come
is that
on.
the emphasis is on it's
It's
yours.
yours.
So what
it's
and
your
like
sociopath.
she said earlier, we're not negating the fact that you can come from an amazing home and still be
Yeah,
completely fucked up, or it could look amazing and be completely
yeah,
fucked up on the inside. That's not the
right.
issue. The point is that it's yours. Just like you
Yeah,
said, it's
you're right.
yours. So that work has to be done whether you want to do it or not, whether you were given the capabilities and components. Maybe you shouldn't have had children, but the
Yeah.
point is that it's yours.
But and then we also have to have the conversation that yes, some of these children are born with chemical imbalances. Some of these mental health issues that these children are having are out of the pure stress that some of these parents put these kids through. And we don't acknowledge that either. We don't acknowledge the kid parent, the one that's the oldest and taking care of the other three, where the parent ain't raising the kid's raising the kid, literally.
But then that results back to that cyclical. And you can't say
Yeah,
it's indoctrination. You can't, I mean, you can get into the chemical imbalance of it all, but
yeah,
honestly, it's genetics. It's
mm-hmm,
like you said, it's a stress response. It
mm-hmm,
is the world, the ever
yeah,
changing world. It is rebellion. It is them
mm-hmm,
exercising their power. It is them asserting
mm-hmm,
dominance. A
yeah,
lot of the things, it's
yeah,
cyclical because it's things that we haven't addressed. as a
As a
people, as
child,
individuals,
exactly.
with our own parents, with the
Yeah.
trauma that is that with the trauma that is generational, all of these things. It's almost like people criticize me for saying this, Michael, but I stand on it
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
And maybe I need to give a qualification. I am studying developmental psychology. I'm in my PhD program. Developmental
Go
psychology is
ahead.
from the womb to the tomb. But
Right.
I have come in my research as well as my studies that in one way, shape, form, or fashion, to
Mm-hmm.
any stretch of the imagination, that we simply cannot avoid being fucked up. And that in the same ways that we cannot help when it is a parental unit fucking up our
Mm-hmm.
child, because we are entitled to our own perception, because what we see,
Mm-hmm.
what we create, what we know, what we feel is our
Mm-hmm. Can you
individual
hear me?
experience. So whether or not we know, whether or not we have the best intention, whether or not we do
Mm-hmm.
everything that looks societally right or everything that looks horribly wrong, in some way, shape, fashion, or form, we end up fucking up either way.
You know what? And that's why I always encourage parents. It is a village. I don't have I got kids, but I ain't got kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know how I do. I ain't got kids, but I got kids. Yeah. So for me, I'm always it's a because it's something that you're not gonna see in your child that somebody else can see, and that's just true. It's just certain things that from your kids you're not gonna see. You're gonna be like, I didn't even know my kid did that, and you can know your child like the back of your head and still not catch it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to make sure that village is there, not just that 2 parent unit, but make sure you got some folks with you that can help you with your people and folks that you trust and that you know ain't gonna harm your children and all that good jazz.
But even with that though, you get what I'm saying? Knowing no you ridiculous. It's enough. Trust me, it works. You so crazy. All I'm saying is that even with that being the case, because we know that there
Mm-hmm.
sometimes somebody will know something about a something, whether it's your child, business, your
Mm-hmm.
something that you might not know,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be willing to be receptive of that intake. You
Absolutely. That's why I said somebody you trust, because it's sometimes it's people that see stuff in your kids, but you ain't ready to receive it from that individual. The vessel ain't the right vessel to come see, but you ought to be able to filter that. But some people
at
can't do
least at least be receptive to the lesson. Don't be the can't nobody tell me
it.
nothing about my kid's parent.
Yeah, because that's an irritating parent, and then you got to
Because
deal with your
can't
own
nobody
child.
tell me nothing about my kid parent. That's why you and your kid is fucked up. And your kid's gonna be fucked up unless your child determines help me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's
Mm-hmm.
what the village was in tech for.
And the child
Yeah.
is crying out for you to help them. It may not look the
Yeah.
way that you want it to look, and it may not be said the way that you want to hear it, but you have
Mm-hmm.
to know your kid.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know
Or
your
get
kid.
to know them. Get
or
to know
or
them,
at
Get to
right?
know him.
least be willing to
Yeah,
get to know
yeah,
them.
you're right.
That's the
Yes.
steps. It's not a thing.
And
This a whole
yeah.
person. Like
Yeah.
I keep going with these mothers. I keep going to the mother because I'm a woman and I so much for not doing. They to
Can
tell
I,
you
as a person who's on the outside looking into the straight world, okay, I have women friends just as well as I have male friends and straight male friends, but I have straight women friends, right?
okay.
I want to tell women this, and I say this all the time because I want women to understand this. Men measure themselves by the barometer that women provide. I'm going to repeat this
You said
again.
about the barometer that women provide.
Women provide. You
Explain,
understand what I'm
please.
saying? So you got every woman out here, and it's so cool to want a thug. So what you think you see men being? Thugs. You understand? So then, if women actually, as a collective, the way that they're screaming they want a thug and they want this and they want that, the same way they're screaming that, don't wait. And this is no offense to women that have children or anything. Don't wait till you done been through 50 million things. which some people don't have a choice because that's when they learn. You learn when you learn, right? You know better, you do better. But at the same time that you're saying you want all of these things before you go get you a baby daddy, before you go get you a husband, make sure that man is everything you need him to be before you go create him. People ain't perfect, but you should have a base, okay? We should have a floor. Your flow shouldn't be down in hell, is what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't be like, well, shit, he ain't killed nobody before, so I guess I can take him. You know, like, no. Like, come on. I guess he'll be good with me today. Like, no, like, come on. Give yourself some requirements. You knew that man wasn't shit before you had a kid with him. He lived with his mama when you met him. What you thought, because he had a kid with you, he was all of a sudden going to be something different?
So what you saying is a 187 and a large penis is insufficient?
Do you hear me?
Okay, I just want to make sure I understand. I'm sorry. So 187 and a large penis, no 187s and a large penis is insufficient.
I'm trying to tell
you. I'm sorry.
That if women as a collective said, these are the men that are acceptable, I kid you not, men will have to it. If y'all told them, no more coochie, no more coochie.
Fam, that ain't gonna work.
Coming from nobody.
Fam, that ain't gonna work. They're not gonna do it collectively. It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
It'll never happen. This is some women out here that need it that bad. It's not gonna happen.
Now listen. I'm usually not. I don't subscribe to this way of thinking that coochie is power. Because you know why I don't subscribe to that way of thinking? Because coochie ain't power in my house.
Fam, listen. It might not be powerful in your house, but it's powerful. Fam, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's powerful, G.
Hey, I'm going against myself, right? I usually don't say this, Patrice, but I'm gonna tell you, coochie is power.
Thank you. Okay. It ain't the only
is.
Power, but it is a form of power.
It's a form of power. And if y'all actually got together on some shit, right? If y'all touched and agreed on it.
If we touched and agreed on it, the world would stop.
If y'all touch and agree, like they do in church, if y'all touch and agree, I guarantee you'll be able to fix.
Ain't no touching and agreeing around here. We will touch and agree, and then the men will form a similar faction, and it will be over. It'll be over. They'll be like, they'll be like, y'all out here with hope? Oh, say less, son. Fam, value your penis, cause she like it just as much as you like. What, is that a spot? It's gone now.
But you know what? It's there. It's there. Hold on. So then, yeah, but I just called in to get my little 2 or 3 cents.
We just got fucked up by a spider. I'm sorry. I seen it happen.
It's okay. I understand. I'm watching, so I'm gonna view from here on out. I want somebody else to call in and give their opinion because
I appreciate you calling in, Michael. I told you. Come on and get down with the get down, sir. Next time, just say you want the link. Inbox me and say you want the link, and you can be right on the show with us.
You know what? I will do that.
Francis said I love talking. She said I like talking to Michael.
Pastor loves talking to her too.
Indeed. All right, baby. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Y'all have a good day.
You too, love. Yep. So all of that ties into too much, too hard, too fast. Is that sometimes we squeeze on our children, and we put expectations on them to fulfill these voids in our space. You get what I'm saying? And there's not the responsibility. And as children, they come into the game loving unconditionally because they don't know no better. You done fed them, whatever the case may be. And it's something that you provided. I'm not looking over there no more. I'm not. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm not looking over there no more. And they fed into the game. And now they like, this is my parent. And I'm going to say mom or dad because sometimes it's the other person. And they've been here for me. You know what I'm saying? And how do I not have just a naturally inbred gratitude for this person who has loved on me, treated me well, honored me, supported me, whatever the case may be. And then here you come with all these crazy ass demands, all these outrageous ass expectations. No, you got to do it this way. And no, you got to do it. They're trying to do what they can to appease you because they love you and they want you to love them the same way. And then on top of that, they watching you with other people because that's how they learning to have relationships. I know this nigga ain't out with no other bitch. I know this nigga ain't doing such and such, such and such.
It's also the Oedipus complex. Even
Come
though
on now.
people don't want to deal with it, like it's
Mm.
Freudian. It's you were raised. That's why I told Michael it's cyclical. Because think about it, we are raised in our relationships with our parental units. If your parental unit is, I don't know, a control freak, if your parental unit is volatile,
Yeah.
if your parental unit has unhealed trauma, if your parental unit did not get the person that they wanted and you were the tool used to you were weaponized against the person that they wanted to try to make theirs because of their cyclical generational trauma. I know folk get tired of me saying generational trauma, but I cannot beat it into y'all heads deep enough until y'all get it. One day it's going to turn on and you're going to be like, huh, generational trauma. I'm going to say that shit till I'm blue in the face.
We're just trying to break the
We're
cycle.
trying to break the fucking cycles.
We're just
And so
trying to break the
then, so
cycle.
then that begets children who watch their mothers become control freaks, who watch their mothers volatile in relationships, who watch their mothers have a revolving door. And don't I know it seems like I'm just talking about mothers. I'm talking about fathers too. For daughters and sons who watch their fathers do the very same thing, hitting, women abusing, men abusing. This is non-gender specific. Watching your parental unit with their unhealed work and trauma and pressing it upon you then makes you believe, because you love them and you think that they are the world, because you have that inbred inherent appreciation for who they are, you then project that, you then execute that, and you become that in your relationships because you think that that's how you need to be in order to obtain the love that you want, until you realize that not only did your parental unit not love themselves, they didn't love who they were with, and that's why they treated them that way. And what you're doing and the treatment that you're giving to the person that you're with is not love either. And so then henceforth, wrapping it back up again, we do nothing but fuck each other up, which is why in this existence, you never stop learning until you die.
Could you
You
say that
never
just
stop
one more
learning.
time? Because I think people think that one day you just be the know it all.
There is no pinnacle level romance. There is no cinematic peace. There is no wonderful memory. There is no fucking fantasy, y'all. Love is work. And it's not just romantic love, it is self love,
Come
it's
on, free.
familial love,
It's work,
it
right?
is child parent relationships love.
Who does that?
Life is fucking work. Okay.
But so here's my thought
Love
on that.
is a component of said work, and it is begrudging labor sometimes.
So here's my thought with that. And because the way that I'm growing, because I used to say that love is work. I used to say that marriage was work. I used to say that relationships were work. And what I'm learning is that even if like when you create, do you feel like it's work?
Yes.
I don't. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what I love.
And I get that, but it's also in the way that you receive the word work.
So here's what I'm going. I'm going there. So when I say whatever effort, you get what I'm saying? Whatever continuous learning, whatever continuous building and growing, it's not just it won't just sit into your lap and then you get to do nothing with it. You understand what I'm saying? And this is where I'm going with this. Not to pick on the word work, but so people understand that when I say, like, when we say work, it's not the work that you hate. It's not the job that you go to every day and be like, oh, I don't want to be here. Somebody send me home. Somebody call in and say it's a bomb threat. All of them works, all of that type of environment. Like, I don't live in that space. and the work that I put in, the effort, the mobility, the engagement, the growth, you get what I'm saying? The building that I do, you get what I'm saying? To create the thing that makes me happiest is a joy. You know what I'm saying? That there's no pain, no begrudgingment, no offset of discord. I don't feel angry. I don't feel negative. None of that about doing the things that I do. And I'm trying to tell y'all, if my day is bad, I don't even touch the calm oil. I don't care who ordered it. It's made up already. I won't even touch the oil because I believe that energy is a certain thing and you don't need none of that, fam. It ain't yours. I will call my mom, my dad, and be like, hey, can you put this in the bottle? You get what I'm saying? Because I know that all of that matters. You get what I'm saying? So the same difference. If I'm spending time with you, if I'm building with you, you get what I'm saying? If I'm putting in that kind of work for something so beautiful, you get what I'm saying? My freebie deserves all the goodness in me. You get what I'm saying? She puts up with the bullshit in me, but she deserves all the goodness in me. So I work to make sure that her experience with me when she walked away from here, like she came in here and I was not pleasant. You know what I'm saying? I was just in a really bad space, but she came in, she sat down, and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna figure out what's happening with my boo." You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to not be okay today. Just want you to know that.
I stopped her. I was like, "Hey, look at me."
Yeah. It's okay for you to not be okay today. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be okay. I'm checking myself as we speak. You know what I'm saying?
And I hit her with another. I said,
yeah, it's okay for you to break down. It's okay. All right, right. You get what I'm saying? And because I love her the way that I do, I wanted to make sure that I was mindful. See, this is what I was talking about, words and language, and people are like, well, just do. I care about the language that I use. I'm very particular. My brother called me today, and I know if he chime in, he gonna be like, "Why are you talking about me?" He called me today, and he was like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" After I went to the doctor, and he was like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" I said, "First of all, fam, I don't even like your language. Ain't nothing wrong with me. We do have some issues. You get what I'm saying that I need to address, and this is what we need to do to take care of that. And that's just me working on how I communicate because I believe wholeheartedly that what we put out into the universe, you get what I'm saying, is what we get back. And I'm not trying to deposit nothing out there that says something is quote unquote wrong with me. Now I may need some repair. I may even need to get some things in line, but ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. You get what I'm saying? And we going even with the adjustments we need to make. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just really what you say and what you speak, and all of that too much too fast. What's wrong with you, fam? Slow up.
Too much, too fast.
What you need?
I
didn't. What you doing?
you
You know what I'm saying? Slow up. Slow up. You know what I'm saying? Before we get it, put the cart before the horse. Just slow up a minute and take a minute to take in the moment. Back to this idea of relationships. You know what you want, so you think. You know what you need, so you think. And then when it shows up, and then it shows up. I mean, and you don't necessarily know how to process any of those things.
Sorry.
I know Front Street when I see it, free. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that. I know Front Street when I see it. And it is. And I get it. And you know what I'm saying? And then be like, yeah, so I'm all the cool that you need in your life. And you are. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, yeah, so what do you do with that? How do you don't look at me, Francis? When your friends show up like, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I see you, bitch. I see you. Don't flash your little funky cute toes. All I'm saying,
This is a twice sown seed. That's all y'all need
it
to
is
know.
right now. It is happening. So when you say, you know what I mean, I know what it looks like, and I respect that, and I understand this place, whatever. But they still show up like, hey, you would like this nice little pretty bag,
And it's nice and calm.
and he was like, "This is back out here." No, right
It's
after
nice
this,
and calm.
it is a pretty bag though.
It's nice and calm.
Yeah, it is. It is. I just feel
And
like,
it's beautiful.
is it?
And
Yes.
it's all of the things that you've been asking for.
It is. It is. And then you'd be like, I don't want it. And then you'd be like, but
But I
I'm
kinda
just
do
here. I
want it.
kind of do because I did ask for it. Yes, you do. Okay.
But every day, I don't want it. I do want it. I don't want it. I do want it. Okay, maybe I do want it a little bit more than I wanted it yesterday. Okay, no, never mind. I don't want it. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You know, you can't be listening to me too much because I don't be wanting it. I don't be wanting it.
Come on, free.
I did it. I got it. I did it again. I think I want it. I think I want it. Nah, fuck that. I don't want that. I'm a G.
I'm a G free. I just want to say that I'm a G. I'm a G. I am. Only sometimes. Not really. I'm not. I'm one of the sausage people in this fucking world. It's so crazy being a Gemini. I'm serious.
Only a G on Friday.
Only. I was a Fridays. Which day is it that I'm a G?
Fridays and Sundays.
Yeah, Fridays. I like. Can I be a G on Wednesdays? Nonetheless, Lucretia said, "Come on, Moon Goddess, preach that word. Y'all don't swing from the chandelier, running from that spider. Hey, we out this bitch.
She was
Let-
freaking me out.
I was about to hit it. I don't know what happened. I seen it jump to the wall and then run that way.
Like that. Lali found the spider and she let that motherfucker land on me.
First of all, I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have let you. Let me tell you, it's two of y'all that all play with spiders.
She's looking. Where is it? Is it on me? She looking. Where's the goddamn spider? I don't like him either.
Let me tell you.
I'm not as afraid, but I don't like him either.
Listen, but
spiders
between you and Shanks, I already know how to handle the spider situation. I don't like them, but what I'm gonna tell you, what I'm not gonna do is let no spider be on either one of y'all. Cause just to be clear, was it you or Keisha I was having a conversation with? I know it'd be bad. It'd be bad. It was me. I think it was me and Keisha was having a conversation. I was like, yeah, so hey, come on right here for a minute. And when I tell you, it's love when your friend don't be like, for what? And stand there, but they move instead. They just move. They be like, okay, but nigga, what? I be like, yeah, because this spider. Okay, listen. I see it coming. Oh my god, right. It's about to be a moment, right. And then it had to be Keisha because I was like, oh shit. And I seen it coming down. You ever seen the spider about to land on your friend head? And I was like, fuck. If I say something, it's not gonna go well. How does you don't got a lot of time to think about this? You don't have a lot of time to think about this. Move her. Right. So I was like, hey. Could you let me show you something right here real quick? And not, hands subtle move. And because they love you, they like, oh, okay, what the fuck is wrong with you? But okay. And it's like, I was like, please don't die. Yes. I moved you from the spider.
Right. She's steady staring at the wall. I'm like,
fam, because listen to what I'm saying. All I saw, and I'm gonna tell you, I saw it jump.
It's a jumping spider.
It jumped and it went from, it looked like it landed on the wall like this, and then it ran that way. And I was like, so maybe it was a millipede, which is cool, but not really.
Oh, speaking of millipedes, your niece was in the shower last week, and there was a centipede crawling in the shower. All you heard was shampoo, conditioner, soap, and every fucking thing else falling, and accompanied by a, oh shit!
Yes. Listen,
it's my fault.
Listen,
I know it's my fault.
Listen, but that was appropriate.
But why are you 10 and your mama's in the house and you that comfortable?
She wasn't comfortable. Shit. She was scared.
It's my own fault.
She was scared.
It's my own fault. But you could at least did it the way you.
What you were supposed to say?
Oh shit! When you about to fall, she was just, oh shit,
because it was a situation, Francis.
I said I don't ever want the word shit to slip out your mouth so comfortably again.
It wasn't what you supposed to. She was a scared.
And I told her to her face. I said it's my fault because you hear me. But I don't ever want you to be the one to slip out
She was
shit
a scared.
at 10 years old.
What she was supposed to do?
She could have just screamed.
She was supposed to say, mommy, there's something in here. That's what she's supposed to do.
Then she didn't want to get back in the shower.
Absolutely not. It's over. It's over. This shower is over. I see you tomorrow. Straight up. Ain't no getting back in. We don't get back in and talk about it later. It's over.
No.
I know that's the mom saying no. I feel you. But fuck that
So
shit.
now I'm doing recon in the damn shower to
Yeah.
make sure the shit ain't in there.
Yeah.
Because she just got in. She got a dirty booty and she need to wash it.
Well, listen. Some things is more important than a dirty ass in this life.
And it's a
What?
non ill intention.
Now you talking about the now you are you speaking on behalf of the insect now?
Yes. Can't bite you, can't do
You talking about
shit.
the you
Just
talking about you
looks
talking about the
weird.
insect.
Just look weird.
You talking about the insect.
Uh-huh.
And you speaking on behalf of the insect.
Mhm.
And you want me to be on your side. Okay, you can't make me to be on your side. I
That
be,
ain't
I
gonna
be,
do
look,
nothing
I
but
be thinking,
freak you out.
I be thinking to this. I'm the friend. You know this, since I gotta remind you that don't. When people when we was talking about houses and perfect houses, I want concrete, and I don't want no trees. I don't want no place that they can live. I want a building and asphalt. It's me. This want you to mind. They can't live here, fam. I know that they natural. In this parameter,
Spiders kill the centipede.
I feel what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I got a spray in there that's gonna take care of it
You
all.
know that everything was created for a
See how see that's why I love you. And you're so beautiful for that. But they can't live here. Cause I live here now.
because I live here now.
Cause I live here now. I know that's unfair. And it's just not pleasant. But what I'm saying is I live here now and we came both. We came both. And I spray, you know, it's they got a spray that say once every 3 to 6 months or so, whatever. I spray it every 1 to 3 months. So if they have babies, then their babies is gonna die too. Unfortunately, I know. I don't be proud. I'm not proud. Theo, Mr. Connie, what's good? Go ahead and eat the spider and the centipede. The devil is a lie. No, sir. No, sir.
Carney, you done ate some eggs or something in your
I
life.
just got sick just
You
thinking
done
that.
ate
You know how many people that
insects
you know how
and
many
shit.
spiders you've eaten a year
Yes, while
in
you
your
sitting there talking
lifetime.
about go ahead and eat. You go ahead and
No.
eat it.
No, sir. No,
Sucker.
sir. Sucker. Okay, so
Me and
as we
Carney
get
have
ready
a
to wrap up,
love-hate relationship.
Indeed, I know.
Mhm. I
So
love him though.
as we're getting ready to wrap up, the idea of giving too much of yourself, giving too hard, loving too hard. You get what I'm saying? And moving too fast. So we know that in reverse, you get what I'm saying? There's always a reason why. And it can be suffocating. And it can also be the most effective release you've ever had. And you know, just showing up like, here, take all this love. And they'd be like, you crazy. But your intentions don't be awful.
Intention versus impact.
So how do you what is your and I know we can talk about this in weeks to come, whatever it's May. So you know it's like whatever the fuck we want to do in May because it's May. How do you see? I know it's tourist season, but it ain't. Okay, sorry. Okay, what is your thoughts on that as we get ready to close? Like the whole concept, the receiver and or the giver.
Honestly, yeah. Like I said, it's intention versus impact. It's a lot of really intricate components to examine because unfortunately it can come from a really good place, but the impact is that it's just too much and it's too overwhelming. And it's also what your perception of it is. And it can also be negatively connotated because your intention is or you might not think that you're doing too much, but the impact of it all is that you doing a lot, and it kind of ruins things for you, and you may just really be a good person, but you can't, it's still selfishness. You're still operating in selfishness. You are only looking to please yourself. You are not worried about the other person, because if you really loved them or wanted them to receive everything that you have to give to them, then you have to understand that you have to do it at their pace, not yours.
You shut your mouth. I'm trying when your friends show up and they be speaking truth, and then it resonate in your spirit, and you be like, I did not ask you that. And then you be like, okay, but I did. And then you be like, what the
Did she
fuck?
not just ask you?
I did, and I heard it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm dying in my spirit. I don't believe that in this phase of my life I'm a too much, too hard, too fast. I haven't received it. You get what I'm saying? When I was younger, I'd be like, what the fuck you mean? This is how it is, because I'm an absolute person. Like, I believe like this is just what it is. I love you. What's the problem? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's the problem? Oh, you want me to bullshit sometimes. I don't like, and I don't be good with that. You get what I'm saying? I'm good with not giving you all of it at one time at this age in my life. Understanding that I need to love you in this space and love you how it suits you, as opposed to just how it suits me. I understand that learning multiple love languages is necessary, because the way that I love and the way that you love is different. And what you need and what I need is different. But watching someone make an effort to
Because love,
meet you where you are.
because when you do something that you love,
All right, then. Have a nice day.
it's not work, right?
Have a nice day. So have a nice
It is
day.
what she said, ain't it, y'all?
It is. It's a pretty thing. Anyway, Francis then came on here and changed my life deal. So don't worry about what I eat, Francis.
Oh, shut up.
Why are you talking so much?
Because he
Love you
always
too.
do
He's a
that.
great
Love
job
you
tonight.
too.
What's wrong with him, dude? What's it? Shout out to Theo Carney. Mr. Carney.
He's ridiculous.
He is. That's my brother. Love, dude. For sure. Shout out to everybody that's logged on and hang out with us today. Has Freebie has very steadily placed her little acupuncture needles in my spirit um, for revelation. I appreciate that. And along the way, you know what I'm saying? While she was like, and while you at it, I felt like somebody shot ninja needles at my neck. And just so you at it. But I love her for it, and I thank her for it as I'm checking myself quickly. Want to thank y'all for y'all energy. Thank y'all for hanging out with us on a Monday. It's been good. I'm so glad that she was able to show up and be my salvation for today, to press me through today's journey. My truth is today was not perfect and has not been. It's been a very interesting journey for the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, and then today it culminated, and as per Freebird, she was on deck, and no, unbeknownst, like she showed up like, I'm here doing my godly duties, and I appreciate you for that, for your obedience to that energy. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you all for the time and the connection that you share and spend with us here on blowradio.com. I want to thank you for sharing your Mondays with me. And until next week, let me see if I can get y'all up on out of here on just a little positive note. I think I'm ready for a new intro song. I'm working on it though. Of course, I have to create it myself. Is it gonna go? Is it gonna? There it is. Okay. Until next week, y'all. I'll holler. Oh, look at that. Adios, meals, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you're crying.